And welcome to the game already in progress.
Yep.
All right. So, but yes. So, so there's sort of different things. If they sort of stair step down. So if you make a successful swim check, you don't need to have firm footing. You get well, it's not great, but it's not normal, but you could do normal piercing damage, for example.
Now,
I have my giant sticker is a two-handed weapon, so I can't really like hang onto the wall and use that effectively.
No, you wouldn't be able to brace for firm footing. But if you make a successful swim check, you don't need to.
So to fight, I probably need a swim check because even though I'm weighted down and I'm on firm footing, I'm not braced, and you got to have both of those. Is that right?
No, you can make the swim check or the firm footing. But you can also fight at none of the above. It's just a penalty. You're not precluded from that. It's just that it's difficult.
But do you have to be braced to have firm footing? I mean, if I'm walking
on
these stairs, you do.
Yeah,
like you got to be against a wall or something, or
firm footing is defined as this: creatures have firm footing when walking along the bottom, braced against the ship's hull or the like. A creature can only walk along. Oh, I guess that would count if you were like walking. If a creature can only walk along the bottom if it weighs enough or carries enough gear to weigh itself at least 16 pounds. Okay, so as long as you're on a floor, you're fine. You're considered to be firmly footed.
Okay, good, cool.
Okay.
And that would give you normal piercing damage on your weapon and no penalty on a piercing damage.
Now let me ask you this: the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any rules? And I should know this since I'm the rules lawyer.
Depends on the weapon. What kind of sword are you using?
Well, it's a falcata, but it's got a point. So instead of slashing, I could just be like.
Yeah, usually it's piercing or slashing. I think for most.
For most swords, it is. Wait, how do you spell falcata?
Falcata. Like I said, by default, it's a slashing weapon, but like even a long sword, you can stab with it, or you can, swing like a baseball bat or whatever and try and cut someone with the edge.
A falcata is a single edge blade that pitches forward towards the point, the edge being concave near the hilt but convex near the point. Shape distributed, blah, blah, blah. It's typically hook shaped in a stylized shape. Although is usually a single edge weapon, double edged falcatas have been found. It does have it as slashing.
Like I said, like a long sword is by default a slashing weapon because you're usually swinging and catching them, not with the point, you're catching them with the
edge,
the edge blade. But it does have a point, like basically like a rapier. It's the same thing as a longsword, but much skinnier, and it's made only for stabbing.
Right. All right. So here, I've just looked it up.
But I didn't know. I don't do a lot of underwater fighting, and I don't know if you can.
Yeah, longsword does not have piercing; it's only slashing. That's interesting.
Yeah, all the weapons are only. I mean, most of them are only one category. I just didn't know if there was any rules that with underwater fighting that allowed you to change combat styles, to change them from slashing to piercing or piercing to slashing.
All right, I'm looking it up here. Hold on a second. Because changing your weapon type. All right, so. Okay, so according to the rules, the answer is a weapon is still a weapon of its damage type, even if you are doing things to change the damage you deal with it. Weapon versatility doesn't change the weapon; it changes the damage. But then I would also I don't know. I suppose I will allow it, but in this case, since you are not using it to its full, differently than it's designed for, I think it would reduce the damage down to dagger damage. Just because you're using the point only.
Okay, so I either get half damage of everything or just change my D8 to a D4.
I didn't realize it was a D8, but yes.
It's a D8 weapon, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's how I will be swinging is I will be stabbing with it. So you know what? I'm going to adjust just for tonight. I'm going to adjust my macro so it does D4 instead of D8.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Wraith, do you have enough weight? Are you carrying enough weight so that you can sink to the bottom and walk along the bottom?
Yes.
Okay, you got more than 16 pounds for a medium creature. Okay, perfect.
Right.
Now, the problem may
Do you have something you
B.
can use, Chuck, for this not bow and arrow? Do you have another
Yeah.
weapon?
Yeah, I have a short sword. It's a piercing weapon.
Thrown weapons are ineffective underwater. Attacks with other ranged weapon take -2 on attack for every 5 feet of water that they pass through. In addition to normal penalties for range.
Yeah,
So your
just
damage
bow and
stays
arrow
the
is a
same.
waste of time.
Yeah, but a bow might
Well,
not be great.
Well, if he's
Oh.
right behind me, front line, he'll be taking a -2 or -4 if he's pretty close, which he still
Well-
hits fairly often and does a ton of damage.
Like I said, I have a short sword
Mhm.
and a dagger for that matter, but I'll be using the short sword because it's a piercing weapon. So I have the ability to at least try to get it to the least amount of penalty.
Right.
And and the dagger is piercing or slashing. But so for
Okay.
now, I'll put the bow away. I have a short sword and I have a dagger.
Okay, perfect. All right, so
No.
all of you are basically qualify for firm footing due to your weight. So that's -2 on attacks, half damage, normal on piercing damage, and half speed. And you're not off balance automatically. Off balance is, so if you have none of the above, you're somewhat off balance. Creatures flailing about in the water, usually because they failed their swim check, have a hard time fighting effectively. Any off balance creature loses its dex bonus to AC, and it gives opponents a +2 bonus on attacks against it.
Can you read
Yeah.
that first part off real slow? I'm sorry, just say it a little faster, slower than you said it.
Creatures, so there's a thing on this chart that says off balance.
Right.
Are they off balance? And it
Oh,
only is for
I
none
meant,
of the
I meant
above.
go back to how we're affected, how you decided that we're all affected now. We're half rate of speed.
Oh, that's the qualifications for firm footing.
Right.
So for slashing and bludgeoning weapons, it's -2 to attack and half damage.
Okay.
For piercing weapons, it's normal attack, normal damage.
Okay.
Movement is halved
Got it.
because you're walking through water, and you are not off balance.
Half speed. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Half speed. Remember that. Arendir, you are first. I'm assuming you just go piling down the stairs.
Yeah, that's kind of my MO.
All right, I'm going to put you. So you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you are completely immersed right now. So the water,
Right.
and you could see. I guess you could see. Do you have any? You have dark vision, don't you?
I've got dark vision.
Okay, so you look up and you can see that the stairs go down about 10, 15, maybe to 12 feet. And you can see the ceiling here is relatively low, probably 8 feet. So there might be 3 or 4 feet of gap between the floor above and the ceiling that you're standing under. You get to the bottom of the steps. Give me a quick perception check.
We just lost Chuck.
Yeah.
What? I forgot to ask him about his weekend, and he bailed on us.
Mhm.
All right, 19 perception. So yeah, as you step forward, you sort of look over and you see over here near a door, you see 2 creatures that look sort of amphibious. And here, I'll show you what they look like. Those kind of creatures. And they have those tridents in their hands and stuff like that, and like these weird sort of armor bits and whatnot. And both of them have a hold of Titus. And you can see Titus sort of like flailing about a little bit, and his eyes widen when he sees you, and he's like, these guys, he doesn't say anything, but he's like, he gives you a look like, I think these guys are going to eat me.
Right. So how much
You've gone
does that
about-
take me to get down there?
About 10 feet.
10 feet. So I've got 5 more feet. So that's one action
Hmm.
because I'm only moving half speed.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna have to go all the way up to them, and so both my actions are just moving all the way up to them.
All right. So as you approach, they see you, and they both prepare. They let go of Titus,
Good.
who floats away.
We
Just-
weren't in initiative though, right? We weren't
Not yet.
in- Okay, so I'm still following him, so I'm gonna
Okay.
be right next to him.
Should we do initiative? We probably should, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do that. Let's do initiative now.
this is kind of our surprise round, is our movement in here.
Right.
It's,
They don't know. I mean, they suspect
well-
you're up there, but they're busy wanting to eat Titus.
trying to eat Titus.
No momento. 19 perception check. Okay. So another thing you detect when you see Titus and you're sort of taken aback at the fact that he is, he's grabbed by these guys, and you finally get a look at him and you're like, whoa, that's weird. They are, hold on, let me roll this. One other thing you notice though, while I'm rolling their initiative, is that the water down here is, so hold on, I just got a text from Chuck. My internet dropped, restarting the router to try and get back ASAP.
Okay.
All right, so hold on, I'll text him back. Anything you guys want to say to him?
Tell them hurry back, we miss him.
Everyone says, get some real internet, you big loser. There we go.
Hey guys, while we're paused for a second, where do you find the key to take the icons on your screen, on your Roll20 screen that are huge, like everybody's name and icon is huge, and I cannot find a way for the last
That-
Go to the gear,
Yeah, go to the,
and then the gear graphics.
and then
I think it's audio video, isn't it?
Used to be, yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
audio
it's-
video, then go to video display,
Video.
then change your player video size to names only.
It
Yeah.
is names only, but it's huge. It takes up they're huge.
Oh, you need to decrease the zoom on your browser probably. Hold your control down and then
See? Yeah, but
reduce
that
your
just
zoom.
shrinks my map. It doesn't shrink.
we'll get out of the,
Oh, in your browser window where the URL is, where the www thing is, look on the right side of that. There might be a little magnifying glass looking thing.
There is.
Click that
Yeah.
thing and hit reset.
you need to
Okay.
you need to zoom your browser, not get out of that window of Roll20
Uh-huh.
and get up in the top and then do a control and scroll your mouse, and that'll reduce
Yeah,
your
it
text
helped.
size.
It helped a lot. Thank you.
Did that work? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent.
So annoying. So much stuff.
You can also click on the three little dots, and there's a zoom thing on your browser.
Got it. Zoom. I'm at 100%. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice. All right.
All right, we will grab up Chuck when he gets here. But you guys probably have this sorted before then. So what I was there he is. Here he comes.
So why does it look like we're going north down the stairs and then everybody is south? Is that just where the map?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's sort of in parallel. Yeah, you're going south because it's like a separate room that's
You're going
connected,
down.
and it's a two-dimensional kind of thing. So.
The map has 2 layers on it as well.
And they're not stacked on top of each other, and we happen to pull the
Well, they
bottom.
are stacked on top of each other. The stairs are the same location, but they're one
Got
level
it.
lower.
It's just for some reason, because the arrow's pointing north, I would expect the bottom screen to be up at the top screen. It's messed up.
Yeah, this room is underneath this room,
Got it.
but they can't do that in a two-dimensional kind of.
Not
Welcome
yet.
back, Chuck.
Although from D&D 1,
There he is.
Have you seen the D&D 1 stuff they're doing?
I saw it. It looks pretty cool, but
Video game.
yeah, I don't know. Jeez, Chuck, way to bomb out the initiative roll. You're only 12 points ahead of the nearest competitor.
Oh, and internet slower. So
They were really rude about your internet, man. I hate to say it.
Come on, Les. You said you weren't going to say anything. We were
It was-
trying to be nice.
It was horrible. All right, so you get a surprise round. So right now, the next one going down, I think, was Poe had said that he was going down the stairs next. So
He was
Poe,
right behind me.
yeah, he was right behind you. So Poe, you're going down there. Remember, you're moving half speed.
I'm just right next to Arendar. I already moved it.
You're gonna go all the way in there.
Yep. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
just following
perfect.
him. I'm backing up. Actually, I got a 10-foot reach, so I can stay back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, but you
Be
still
there.
won't have enough room to attack this round, will you? In the surprise round.
I don't
It took
think
a
so.
double move to get there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I moved sturdy.
I'm bringing Titus up because for some reason the lights don't work. So Titus has swum over here.
I don't see him, so.
There we go.
Oh, there he is.
right there. So I've just brought over. He's sort of swum over there after being grabbed roughly and brought into the thing. So he's over there. You guys come around and done that. I think Vondram, you said you were swimming down after that. So walking down, so sort of down the stairs into the dark abyss.
Yep.
All right. So you are next. What's that for?
It's for nothing, for hitting the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it was, she got a 20.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes, I did. No, I don't. Did I roll? I think I rolled 100.
2d20 you roll. I don't know what that is.
Which
It's a Don Muni macro. She clicked it yesterday.
I don't see Vondram anywhere.
I'm at the top of the stairs. Or the
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm on the wrong map.
Oh, do you need to come out?
I guess I can move myself.
Should be able to move over there. I'll put you down there. And Wraith, I'll put you in there as well.
Yeah, well, the other thing I was going to ask before I was so rudely kicked off. How does stealth work underwater?
Well, it works like anything else. So you could still stealth underwater. You can still do a stealth check. There's no inherent plus or minus to being stealthy. But unless you've got fast stealth as a feat or as a power, moving stealthily it halves your speed. You're already at half speed, so it'll move it down to a quarter of your speed.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, you can stealth normally. Do you have
Okay.
fast stealth? I can't remember.
I don't believe that I do.
Okay. So yeah, if you're stealthing, then your normal speed is what was it, 40?
No, my normal speed is 30.
30. So
half would be 15.
half of that would be 7.5. So let's say 10.
Yeah. Okay. So I could, if I want to be stealthy, I can have 10 move.
Yep.
So I'm moving here to the bottom of the stairs.
I'm going to tell him that there's one to the right behind you and two to the left behind you as you come down.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to attempt to move stealthily
Okay.
and go 5'10".
Okay. I'll lead your stealth roll. And I will do a perception check right now to see if that guy sees you. 23. All right. Where is his perception? Oh, he gets a bone an underwater perception bone. This is gonna be close, man. He's got a pretty good perception underwater. He sees you.
Okay.
The other ones are not even looking at you, so you're still unknown to them. But this guy over here definitely sees you.
Uh-huh.
And he's got his trident out, and you see him sort of begin to slither forward towards you. All right, and then so Vondram, you moved as well, warned everybody. There's another one over here. All right, now we start round 1, and Wraith, it's your turn again. Now you have your short sword out, right? Not your bow.
Yeah, I have a short sword and dagger.
Okay.
Let's see.
Can you 2-weapon fight?
No,
Oh, okay.
but I can, if I have one in each hand, I can pick which one I want to use each time.
Be cooler if you did.
It would be cooler if I did. But
I'm going to rumble behind your back, Wraith, that I'm going to blast him with a ray, the slimy, wet water breathing, obnoxious lizard thing.
okay, then I'm going to move 10 foot over here and hold up the the dagger and short sword and just prepare.
Okay, those things next to you, those sort of big blocks, those are the rotted remnants of some sort of bookcase. You might be in something of a library or something like that. There's the book. There's only a few books completely, they're all rotted and that kind of thing. So it's not even really books. It's more like there is some paper mush down at the very bottom of it.
Ooh, paper mush.
Yeah, so if you step in it, you might kick it around. There could be visibility issues. But yeah, these are obviously used to be, you can see the shelves. Some of the shelves are sort of rotted inward and crunched down, but they used to be old bookshelves. Arendar and now Poe. Poe, actually, give me a quick perception check, would you? 28. Okay. Poe, you've splashed through a lot of water in the last little bit here inside this prison, and outside in the rain. The water here is quite a bit warmer than the water even upstairs.
Oh, sorry, man. Duty call.
Frog creatures can be.
Does this thing that we have, does it allow us to speak? Like, can I cast spells or talk?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
Okay.
I get a smack in the back of the head with a man. Could you have held that? This water's in my mouth, dude.
I gotta breathe this stuff. Yeah, no. But it's quite a bit warmer, noticeably so.
Okay.
Vondrum, it's your turn.
All right. Having attuned myself to fire for the day, I have got I can charge rays or my weapon, and I am charging a scorching ray.
Okay.
For a little bit of additional damage, and I have a bit of a plus there to hit. So this is a touch attack on the one on Wraith and my side.
Range touch. All right, cool. Wow. 36. Is it plus 17 on that attack?
No.
No.
7 sounds more right.
Yeah, no, it was what?
So 26. Still for a ranged touch, that's
No, actually, no. Touch attack. It would be my touch attack is plus 14. And I've got a plus 3 because of this specialization, this fierce evocation.
Wow, that's crazy. All right.
Oh, that's real. Yeah, that is.
All right. 36 is definitely a hit. Wraith, so you see the ray leave Vondrum's, he's like, and this thing that looks like a blob of lava or some sort of flaming thing goes across the water. You feel the heat of it as it passes through the water between you. You can in some of the water you can see turns to bubbles and steams upward, and those bubbles collect up at the top as he shoots. The thing hits him amidships. I mean, he certainly the creature wasn't ready for that, and it hits him amidships for 21 points of damage. Holy cow!
That's gonna leave a mark.
It's definitely gonna leave a mark. All right, hold on. Let me get to him here. I'm still throwing green things. 21 points of damage. That almost kills him. It hits him right in the center of his chest. And Vondrum, you can see, like, at first the skin blister and then peel back. You can see an exposed breastplate, the bone, which the lava continues to sort of press into. And this thing is just like flailing about, bubbles everywhere. And you could hear it. It's not screaming per se, but it's certainly making a lot of I'm in pain noises. Like, imagine the noise you might hear if you put a lit cigar onto a frog. Not that I condone this or recommend doing.
Sure,
that
would
be mean. But imagine the sound that the frog might make if you touched it with a lit cigar. That's the kind of noise multiplied by 10 that this guy is making.
Well, this is the kind of attention we give to bullies, because 3 against 1 just isn't fair.
Mhm.
Ganging up on our poor friend Titus.
That he is not happy. What happened there? Okay.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's an excellent shot. Is that it for you, Vondrum? Or you
Yep.
can still move if you want.
I'm not feeling so bad with my back against the wall, seeing all the room.
Okay. Bo, you are up.
I'm going to try my giant sticker.
Ooh, 20 will hit. Just barely, though.
Okay.
8 points of damage. It's piercing, so and you are flat-footed, firm footing.
Yeah,
So
not flat-footed.
We need more. We need more F words. All right, so that's a hit. 8 points of damage, and you see blood begin to pour into the water out of this creature's body. It is sort of a dusky maroon color, the blood that comes out of these creatures, and it's bringing its trident around to bring to bear on you.
Hey, Les.
Yep.
I forgot that I have actually +4 for first fierce evocation. So it's +4 damage. So actually, I think I killed him.
Kill
Yeah,
my
that's
kill my guy.
kinda- It's
So
a
yeah,
nice
he
combo. Yeah.
it is a nice little combo. Yeah, well, yeah, he had 2 hit points left. An additional 4 would end up killing him. So that ball of lava
Sorry.
that you shot into his chest, you see it burrow in. He's scrambling a little bit and it begins to sort of float in the water, and then you see it come out the back. And you get a very brief vision of being able to see completely through the creature's body before he sort of begins to sort of go. He's standing up and he sort of goes horizontal as he starts floating and sort of in the water. And then he slowly floats down to the bottom from the weight of his metal equipment and whatnot. Poe, any movement on your part or anything like that?
Nope, I'm good where I'm at.
Arendar.
Yeah, I'm swinging at the same guy.
Okay. The guy right in front of you?
Yeah.
All right. And you're using it as a poking weapon as opposed to a
So I've already
scraping weapon.
used the die.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. 20 will hit. So you got 16 points of damage?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Rolled a 4.
Okay, 16 points. That is a lot. Not quite enough to kill him. But he is this guy over here has, I mean, imagine a shocked look on a frog's face. Because he's like, hey, look, we just wanted to eat that guy. What's all this? So he's kind of freaked out, especially since his buddy, who's currently being stabbed to death, is standing in front of the doorway that he may have escaped out of. So that's it. Arendar, are you moving at all?
Nope.
All right. First things first. The guy that you and Poe have stabbed is going to try and stab back, and I think he's going to try and get you, Arendar, because of things. So he gets multiple attacks, including he's going to try and stab you with his trident, and he's going to claw you with his other hand, and then lean forward for a bite. So he will be doing that, and he gets. Weapon focus. If he gets that. All right. Here we go. All right. So the first thing he does is he's going to try and get you with the trident. 25 hit you?
Yep.
Ooh, okay. So that's he gets you with the sticky bits. 1 + 4. Sorry, I hit it before I got it set up. So 5 points of damage there. And then the claw comes around from the other side as you're recovering from that. 12, that's probably a miss, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then he tries to bury his teeth in your shoulder. Ooh, 22, is that a hit?
Nope.
No, okay. Well, all right. So he misses on both those, but he gets you with the trident. You feel it. He gives you a good poke and rips it out. You can feel some of your pieces coming with it. So he's given as much as he can. This guy, he would draw. No, you know what? He is going to swim this way, past Titus, around here. What's their swim speed? Hold on a sec. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to come around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stop next to the body of his friend. And look. He's going to look at Wraith. He looks at both of you, both Vondrum and Wraith. And he's looking at you, Wraith. He thinks you did it, so he's going to attack you next round as he kind of gets out of the way of those guys with the pokey bits. And we go into round 2. Wraith, you're up. This guy comes around the back of the stairway, and he's like, "Oh, you've killed my friend!" He's coming at you.
Oh, he killed your friend.
What? Oh,
But
my mistake. My mistake. Sorry.
It's all good. So
He looks at Vondrum. I'll kill him now.
So I can move. This is only 10, so I can move to here, right?
Yep.
And try to stab him.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna do. Where the hell? Hang on. I didn't have the short sword on my
Okay.
usable bar. So hang on, let me fix that. Nope. So
Okay.
I attacked him
that's
with a
a
short sword and miss.
that's a not
potential
only a miss,
fumble.
that's a potential fumbleoni. So I need you to I'm gonna need you to do that.
22.
22 would have hit, so that is that is just a unconfirmed fumble, no fumble, but that is definitely a miss, and it stops your turn.
Well, that was my turn, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Vondram. You notice that Wraith does not seem to be experienced in fighting underwater.
Or
Okay.
fighting with a short sword.
Boundary
the
is
short
gonna
sword.
step up. He's gonna charge now the spear,
Okay.
and he's gonna step up. That's 10 feet away from that thing.
Okay.
Is that right? Am I 10 feet away? It's kind of hard to see with all.
Yeah, you're 10 feet away.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a pokey and see if I can hit him.
Okay.
And there's no, because it's a pointy. There's no.
No penalty on that, so yeah, you'll be good.
Nice.
Wow, 25 to hit. That is a hit.
Oh, so
Vondram coming in hot.
1d8.
Literally.
So this is the base roll, and then I get 2d6 on top of that for the fire damage.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay, so you're the tip of the blade of your spear is now glowing.
It puts off, fire damage from it. Yes.
Okay,
However you want to envision that.
So I'm assuming, yeah, I would envision it as like that there's like a lot of bubbles and steam coming off of the tip, and it's glowing underwater, like those videos you see of guys welding underwater, that kind of environment. So Wraith, you're probably just like, whoa, getting out of the way as Vondram comes screaming in with that blade or that spear.
It'll be like a warm bath in here now.
Yeah, it's starting to heat up. Poe, what about you?
I'm gonna do that again and miss.
10 is a miss.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. Next is Arendar. Time to finish him off.
I'm gonna try. I missed too.
You missed too. All right. That means it's my turn. Well, Vondram, you definitely got this creature's attention. So I'm going to do this on Arendar. He's going to do the same kind of attack. He rips his trident back and goes in for another stab with the trident, but he's also going to claw and bite you because that is what they do. So here's the trident stab. Ooh, let's try that again.
Daddy.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. He gets you hard. That would be a chartable critical hit. So let's do the chart. Melee weapon. Ooh, cracked rib. Target suffers max damage, which in this case would be 12 points. And then also 1d2 con damage. So we'll go high or low on this. So 1 point of con damage and is fatigued. So fatigued is a better version of
Actually, minus 2 to everything.
Yeah, I think it's minus. Yeah, I think you're largely right there. Yep, minus 2 to strength and dex. Neither run nor charge, which you weren't going to do anyway, and you stay fatigued until 8 hours of rest. Or you have a restoration of some sort put on you. So solid there. And then this guy is going to attack. He's going to take a 5-foot step forward and attack Vondram. Wraith doesn't seem like that much of a threat right now, so he's going to do the same thing. The claw, the trident, and the bite. We'll do the trident first. 14 is a miss, I'm going to guess.
Yep.
All right. Claw. 15 also a miss.
Yep.
And the bite. Maybe he scores here. Oh,
Ooh, the fumble.
it's a confirmed fumble too. On a natural attack. Broken tooth. -2 penalty on attack rolls for the next D6 minutes. Let's take a look at how much that is. Rest of the battle, pretty much. So for the next 20 rounds, he's at -2 because he's clamped down. You got your spear up there, and he broke a tooth off. You can see it floating in the water.
Maybe a nice necklace.
So he is purple at -2. All right, that is my guys. Hold on one quick second. I just had to do something real quick here. All right. Let's just go ahead and do him. And +3. Sorry, just take care of some business. Great. That's fantastic. All right. Okay. Now we go into round 3.
I'm gonna take
And-
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step here.
Okay.
So now I have flanking.
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna try the short sword. This attack will be +2.
Okay.
Jeez.
That is a natural 1 and a 13, which would not hit him. That is a confirmed fumble. 2
A fifth.
confirmed.
A 15.
It's
Which may also still not hit him, but
Yeah, it still doesn't hit him. A 15 is not good enough. Awkward attack. You take an additional -2 penalty to AC for 1d4 rounds.
okay.
So that would be 4 rounds.
Of negative what?
-2 to AC.
Okay.
So let's just pop that in there. Put it under Wraith. 4 rounds. There we go. Vondram, you are up.
Pokey with the stick.
Okay.
I'm not going to use one of the charges. I'm just going to try and jam that elven spear in him to try and finish him off.
All right.
And,
10 is a miss. They are slippery fellows. You want to move anywhere? You're going to stand there and fight.
Nope. I'm going to stay there and flank.
Oh.
I guess I would have had.
Same thing. Nice.
Ooh, natural Twunzo. Let's see if you can
19.
confirm it.
19.
19 is exactly their AC. That is a confirmed crit. But we're throwing a lot around confirmed crits and confirmed fumbles in this battle. All right, so all right, so that's
I was
confirmed
gonna
crit. You
take-
had the chart
I was
or
gonna
what the
take the
damage?
damage. No, I do
Just
triple damage, and he's only got a little bit left. So.
Oh
dead.
yeah, he's gonna be dead probably. Yeah, he has 2 hit points left, so he would be dead anyway. Because the minimum damage you get would be what, 7, something like that.
Yep, 7 is what I did. Yeah.
Okay, so he falls. You hear though a roar from the other side of that door, and something smashes into it to the point where Arendar, you're sort of like something. You can see the door kind of bulge open, and whatever hit it is sort of, you could hear it angry back, sort of underwater anger
Where's the door?
right here.
Over there behind the dead frog.
All right. All right. So Arendar, you are up now. Now you don't have anybody to fight, but that door, there's something behind that door. You can see that the door has a hasp on it that's on this side that has somehow gotten itself reattached. It's just hanging there. It's not locked or anything. Another good hit from whatever's on the other side will blast that out of there.
You're muted, Mike.
Thank you. I'm gonna go after the action to as soon as something comes through that door, I'm smacking it.
All right. So you're gonna ready.
Yeah, ready in action to.
All right, so you, sir, are on up fire. It's not his turn yet, and he's in the wrong place. So there's that. So let's just do that. All right, so this guy He's going to try the same tricks on you, Vondrum, that he tried last time. The trident and the 2 natural attacks. So here's the trident. 15, nothing. Okay. And his he's also at -2, isn't he? So take 2 off that. So 13. Then 20.
Ooh,
Hit
that
you?
hits. Yep.
Ooh, that's the claw. And let's do the bite.
Oh,
Natural 20. Let's see if he can confirm it. Does not confirm it,
Oh.
but it is both of those, both of his natural attacks scored. So the bite attack, well, they both do the same thing. So let's do.
wait, didn't just the claw score? Because it's just not a natural. It's not a, okay.
Yeah, no, the
Got it.
claw
I
was
got
a 20. Okay,
Okay.
and then the natural 20 was the bite attack. So you finally got that tooth around you. The claw does 3. The bite does max damage 8. You can feel that broken tooth sawing into your flesh.
Okay, got it.
Second, I want to see if this guy can do what I want him to do. Maybe. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. You hear a grumbling noise from behind the door, Arendar, but it doesn't hit it again. You suspect whatever's coming out is coming out next round, and we go into round 4, and it's Wraith's turn.
Okay, well, with flanking, try to stab this guy again. So
Okay.
+2.
14 is a miss.
Yep,
All right. Is that it?
that's it.
Bondrum, this guy just bit you. It's probably going to be infected.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and poke him again.
Okay.
Hi.
Miss. All right. Poe.
I'm going to burst and exclude the frog guy and whatever's on the other side of that door.
Okay.
So that is 10 points.
10 points back for anybody who's injured. This does not, regular healing does not cure your fatigue, Mike, just so you know.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anything else, Poe?
Actually, while I got a chance, maybe I'll get on, maybe I'll try to do flank with Arendar, so I'll get on the one side of the door.
Okay. Like sort of off to sort of leaning up against the so when it opens up, you'll be sort of behind him. Okay. All right, cool. Arendar, you're up. Nothing's come out that door yet, but you suspect it's about to.
Okay, I'm still, like I said, I'm still waiting to smack immediately whoever comes out that door. So
Why don't you move in a little bit so we're flanking whatever comes through there, Mike?
if I move, then there's no op fire.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to add your healing back in.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Can't even do a 5-foot step without fire?
No, you can.
You can?
Okay, well, if DM's saying yes, then yeah. 5-foot step and then op fire waiting to smack someone as soon as they come through.
Gotcha. Okay. Vondrum, the creature on you lets go of you from its bite and laughs, a bloody toothed laugh, and you can see some of your blood is on its teeth, which just incenses you. But he's going to try it again because that's what they do. He's thinking he's got an easy meal here, and he wants to make sure to get it. So he attacks with the trident. 17.
Nope, I actually have an 18. I just
Ooh,
can't
claw.
be able to change my thing. Yeah.
Claw attack. That's a 20.
Yeah, got me there.
And he got you with the claw again. And another bite attack.
Oh,
Ooh, 24. He got you again with all that stuff. You
Okay.
are succumbing to the natural attack. So claw and bite. So a total of 7 points total in addition to whatever your hit points are. So he is giving it all. All right.
you little creatures.
They are nasty little creatures. You don't know how many are left. Hold on a sec. All right, the door opens up, but nothing comes out. Arendar, you're the closest. Give me a quick perception check. 21. Okay. So first, a couple of things. First, the water flowing out of the doorway is warmer still than the water that you were already standing in. So it feels like that the whatever's heating the water might be in here or is near here. You peek around and you can see that there is a huge one of these creatures, much significantly bigger than the other ones. It's got a shield and a huge axe. He has kicked the door open, but he's also standing, and you can see he's kind of like looking out. You hear him yell out into the water in their language, whatever it is. And Vondram, you can hear that in the water as well, and you see this one kind of like look over and bear press the attack on you as he's doing so. He doesn't come out, but you see him take a step closer to the door. So he's in sort of near the doorway, but he has not stepped out. He's looking out there, can't see anybody, so he's a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's going to do. Round 5. Wraith, you're up. Now's your chance.
Yep. Try to stab this guy again.
Let me just check. It is Vermworthy. Ooh,
Nope.
9 is a miss. Right. Your AC, you can feel your AC building back up.
Good God.
Vondram.
Same thing, same guy. Next.
Miss. This guy is holding his own. Poe, you see Arendar sort of peek around, and he sort of comes back like this. I don't know that he says anything. Maybe he goes like,
Basically, you see me still ready to stab something that comes out that door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on op fire too then.
okay. That the same for you, Arendar?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, too far. All right. So another attack on you, Vondram. To see if it can bite you again. You get the feeling it's liking the taste. 19 to hit with the
-2.
the trident. Oh, 17 to hit with the trident. What did you say?
That'd be a miss. That'd be
a miss. Okay. The claw, 22.
Yeah.
And the bite,
Miss.
15. All right, so just the claw in this case, it rakes you for 6 points of damage.
I'll take the claw.
Now your blood is starting to cloud the water, and this guy is loving it. This guy comes running out over to here. As he passes through, both of you guys will get a single attack. He comes over here, turns around, and he's got a shield and his thing up. Go ahead and take your attacks.
So this is going to be at plus.
Is this attack of opportunity then, or is this the op fire?
This is the op fire.
So it's going to be for me at +1, -1
Okay.
from the fatigue, +2 from the flanking.
Okay.
Like 19.
19 will miss.
Do we still get the flanking then because we were on op fire?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So 22.
22 will hit. Exactly. All right. How much points?
6 points.
6 points. All right. All right. So he goes on. So Arendar, so he's there, and he turns around, and you can see that the haft, he sort of hunkers down behind the thing where you almost thought he was cowering away from you, but you can see underneath the shield this axe blade, which has reach, is 10 foot. He's coming around to you at you, Arendar, with his axe. Let's get a single attack because he's moved, but he gets a pretty big bone on that attack. 28 hit you?
Oh yeah.
That's a hit. All right. So he got you with essentially a great axe, and he knows how to fight underwater. So This is big damn. 15 points. Just got you. You dodged out of the way just in time. So it only nicked you, but even so, you felt the power of it. After he's done, you see him kind of go back into the ready stance in a sort of a defensive posture. And you could see that he's grimacing at you. You could see his head is shaking as he looks at you.
All right, I'm going to yell for Poe to flank.
All right. Well, you guys both burned the op fires. Right? Okay, so now it is round 6. We start a new round. And it's Wraith again. And the creature's still up. It's still Verm worthy. 17 to hit.
19.
19 is a hit. There you go. All right. So how many points?
5 points of damage, 6 points of sneak attack, and 2 points of bleed.
Wow. All right. Well, he had 5 hit points left. So the sneak attack damage really finishes him off as you manage to slip that blade into between a couple of ribs tied around to the back and start stirring up some entrails. And you can see Vondram, you see that it's like as he begins coughing up that maroon colored blood into the water. And
Wraith, you vermed my frog.
Slides away. You did. So a Wraith for Verm for Chuck.
Nice.
All right. Well, Wraith, you vermed my frog. No one will ever understand what that means.
No, that's not
all right, your AC is still -2 for now, but those guys are dead. Vondram, you are up.
Let's see. So now I can turn my attention to this big guy. Can I see over these stairs, or do the walls go straight up?
No, the walls go straight up and down. So yeah, you're separated.
Okay, so I guess what I'd like to do is blow off a spell, and I should be able to move and do that, correct?
Should be able to, yep.
So I will go to here and go
Okay.
back to
Actually,
that
back
fun
up
little
a square. You're right up against him.
Yeah, he's big.
There
like
you
that.
go.
Okay, that souped up scorching ray.
26 on touch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit. Yeah.
So
Poe, you're like as this thing starts screeching through the water, this lava bomb looking thing, and as it smashes into this guy's back. He was not ready for that. 28 points of damage. Holy fire. Well, he's still up, but that thing hits him, and he takes the haft of his weapon because it begins to burrow through his flesh as well, burn through it, and he sort of takes the haft of his weapon and punches it out of the way, and you can see that there's a big burn mark on the back, and some of his bone is showing. You can see that he's grievously injured. All right, Poe, you were a little bit worried that thing was if it missed it was going to hit you, but it did. But Vondram didn't miss, so you are right there. This guy's he's still got his shield and stuff up, so he's still defending himself against you. But that was a rear attack that went well.
Yeah, I gotta heal Arendar though. I can't let them get so low. So I'm going to take a 5-foot step to there, and I'm going to burst again.
Okay.
For 8, 9, 10, 11 points.
is that
11.
Vondram too?
Including the big guy and you guys.
Does, yes.
Whoever's down. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Arendar, you're up.
5-foot step to there.
Okay. You try and poke this guy.
And try and stab it.
All right. Did you get the flank?
Yep. So +1 on this.
Ooh, 28. That's a hit. So one thing, so 10 points. Okay, hold on a second. All right. All right. So one thing that you notice as you attack this guy, so he's not really paying a ton of attention to Poe, because you look like a martial character. So this guy seems to be paying attention to you. He seems to be consumed with rage. But as your attack comes in, you see his axe come flying around, almost preternaturally to defend him against your attack. Now it still manages to slip through because of the
Because
way
I'm
that
freaking awesome.
because you're awesome and you're using your weapon in a weird way. But you think that may
But
have.
He's trained.
He's trained, sir. Yeah, you think? Yeah, he knows what he's doing, but he's also, he's the weight. God, dippity, damn it. Sorry. You think that he's using defensive capabilities to keep his armor class high, and that axe has something to do with it.
Okay.
All right, that's him. That's it for you.
Yep.
All right, he is going to attack you again. And this time he is going to do a full attack. No, he's no, he's gonna fight you with that. So first things first, his axe comes whipping around. 22 hit you?
Nope.
All right. Second axe attack. Didn't expect that one, did you?
No.
Whoops, that's a D12. Ignore that. Cock die. 27. That a hit?
That's a hit.
All right. Does this have extended? Does he have extended? No, he does not. Okay, so that is a hit. So he gets you with that axe as he kind of flips it back around, and max damage, 25 points. You feel that great axe just slam into you. So I need from you also when that happens. Let me see if there's a. There is no save. So, okay, so when you are hit by this, it has the knockback capability, which means you are knocked 10 feet directly away from the creature. In this case, you're slammed back in the wall hard, and you take another, another max, 4 points of damage as you are thrown back into the wall really hard.
Yeah. That one rocked me.
Well, that's all he's going to do this round. So so you can see him sort of like go at you as he does that. You can see Poe. You see him sort of begin to step forward because he wants to capitalize on this. Wraith, you're up. You're standing in the blood pool of two dead frog guys. This tastes a little funny, a little chickeny.
I'm gonna do a double move to here.
Okay.
And
all right. You see your brother. You get around that corner just in time to see your brother get rocked by this big one with an axe.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and taunt the big guy.
Taunt. Okay.
Hey, frog face.
All right. Is this a spell power or you're just yelling at him?
I'm just yelling at him.
Okay. All right. So he does look over to you and he's like, what? There's two of them. So he's a little taken aback, but he still seems to be advancing on your brother.
Yeah, you missed me.
He is somewhat confused though as to why there are now two of them. Is that do you still have do you want to make an attack?
No, I had to use
double move
to get here.
Okay.
So I can't attack, which was why my whole thing was
gotcha.
give him a second target that looks exactly like the first and talk trash basically.
Okay. The problem with that is he doesn't speak your language. So to him it's just like bah, 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 bah. But the sight of a second one is a little disconcerting. He's like, what the hell's going on in here? I imagine twins are unknown amongst these creatures. But Vondram, It's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna 5-foot step behind Wraith.
Okay, smart.
And try and poke him with my
Wraith?
Nope, not Wraith.
Oh, okay. So you're stepping back so that you can extend the range so you can use your reach. Got it.
Yep. Okay. And that is it.
20 will miss.
Hang on, I'm double checking. Yep. +8. Yep, I got nothing. Oh, nope.
He's
no,
flanking, right? He's
No,
flanking.
she's not. No, she's not.
Nope.
There's
Don't
a
they
wall
both
there.
have reach weapons?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a large creature, and you can draw a line between her and polearm and go right
Yeah,
through
pole
him.
arm, I guess, does.
Well, now wait a second. Not without hitting the wall.
Oh, come
Remember,
on.
there's a wall there.
Come on.
No, with pole arm, yeah. You can.
Oh shit! I'm looking. Sorry, I was looking at Titus. Sorry about that. Never mind. Yes, you get a flanking bonus, AC 22.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Oh,
Barely.
Barely. Okay. This +1. 8.
7 + 1 is 8. Ooh, he's still up.
Real.
He's pretty injured. I did not expect that from that quarter. And now, Poe, you're up.
23 points there, and our Cure Serious.
Ooh, Cure Serious as a ranged thing.
Thank you very much. I had
Can
2
I
hit
do
points
range?
left.
And I forgot about that. I got to touch him, don't I? And Lorelai's not here.
Yeah,
can't do
Lorelai's. Well, you can run over there and touch him, but you remember half speed,
Yeah.
which means that you probably can't. You probably can't get to him
there.
fast enough.
And,
Well, you could try swimming over there. So let me check the aquatic thing. If you
It's still half
successfully,
speed.
yeah, it's still half
But
speed.
I can do I'll just enlarge as a swift action,
Okay.
and then I can do a half speed and touch him. That
All
will-
right.
So I think if I do a 5-foot step, is that's within 10 feet of him? Can I touch him as a large
Yep.
creature then?
Yes,
And
you
then I
can.
don't have to get a attack of opportunity. So that's what I'm going to do.
Shit. I was kind of looking forward to that attack of opportunity. Give you a little taste of your own medicine. All right. Well, that worked. So much as I hate to admit it, you get 23 points back.
Mhm.
Arendar,
Hopefully enough to keep you
feeling
alive.
refreshed,
Yeah.
but also fatigued, is your attack
Yeah.
before he gets the final blow, the one that finishes you off.
Oh. And a miss.
17 is a miss. Yeah, sorry, dude. All right, he is going to do the full axe attack on you. Actually, you know what?
I do have a giant sticker.
Yeah, you do now. He's going to attack you, Poe. He didn't like the fact that you're now as big as him. So that's what is they say in Addams Family? Dirty pool, old man.
A lot easier to hit too.
Let's do that. Well, he's really good with that axe. So first attack, 18.
Yes, that is what you need.
That is a hit. Okay, and then second attack, 18. All right, so that's 2 hits with the axe. Arendar, you're seeing this guy with this great axe, and he is flipping that thing around like it's a toy, and slicing through the water with zero consideration for the fact that it's this kind of weapon underwater. He knows how to fight underwater. This could hurt you quite a bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, dang. You are not going to like this. So I'm going to do it all in one roll. 43 points of damage, Poe. How many points do you have?
57.
57. Well, that took a bunch of them. He yells, bubbles coming out of his mouth. Round 8. Wraith.
Take a 5-foot step to here.
Okay.
And with flanking, try to stab him.
All right.
Actually, you had flanking where you were at.
Well, 26,
26 is a hit.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Once again, you slip this through. Having learned where their rib cage is attached to their spine, you slip that short sword through, and he lets out and Poe, you see that right after he hits you, he lets go of the axe. Nerveless fingers twitch a bit as the axe and the shield fall to the bottom of the floor, and you see him slide sideways, and you see the face of Wraith around behind with a blade from which slowly a pool of blood is forming around, and he falls to the ground.
Thank you, bro.
And we fall out of initiative at that point.
Can we stop fighting underwater so I can shoot things with the bow from a distance,
Yeah.
please?
Like an attack normal and do normal damage without penalty.
And my AC is back to normal, right?
You can shrink me down.
Yes,
again.
your AC is back to normal. So you're gonna go back down to regular size? Okay, hold on a sec.
I think.
There you go.
Yeah, do we got potions that we can
Yeah.
back up?
Well, and I assume that Polearm and Arendar are gonna have a healing party.
I do
We got
have,
a priest-
That I
got a
don't know.
Mace of priest healing, and I don't know what that does.
Mace of priest healing.
Yeah, I got that somewhere, and I've never used it yet.
I do have.
Hold on a second.
Let's
Let me see
what
if I
this
can find it.
mace does.
Let me find it. It's probably something unique to the venture pass. So let me.
And let's see. Unless you've used it before, Mike has a cure moderate.
Yep.
Everybody except for Poe and Mike has a cure light.
Oh, okay.
And we have another additional cure moderate.
So according to this is Burisrava's mace, which you got in the Elven Village. So if you use heal skill to treat injuries, if you spend 1 minute tending a creature, you make a DC 15 heal check, and it heals a damage equivalent to your level.
Oh, wow.
So if you
can do
if
that
you-
on all of us.
Yeah, and it works on everybody, and it works on a particular patient can only benefit from one such healing treatment per day, but you
Yeah.
could do it on everybody. But it takes a minute to do.
Okay, so basically that's a 5 free points using that.
Yep.
So
All right,
I
so
will
you're
do
gonna
that on
take-
Arendar.
Okay,
Can I do
and
that on
yourself?
myself?
Yep, you still have to make the DC 15 heal check. What's your heal skill? Probably
That's
pretty good, actually.
That's 9.
It's 9. Okay, so not automatic.
Let's see. What is that?
Hey,
That's Mike. And that's me. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, for 5 free points from the benefit of the mace. The mace.
Okay, so and then I can do a burst. Got a few of them left.
Okay.
11 points.
Very much.
Andy's back to normal.
Excellent.
I'm only down a few hit points now.
Yeah, me too. Well,
That was a hard hit. For those of you, so the 3 guys that initially grabbed Titus, they didn't have much in the way of armor or anything. You know, these little weird shoulder spalders and stuff like that. Probably useless to you. They did have these either steel or some sort of maybe bronze tridents that are exquisitely well made.
I'm
Would
gonna
be
grab one of
considered
those just so I've got a piercing weapon.
would be considered masterwork.
Okay.
And then the guy, the bigger one, has no armor. Again, like, you know, they have these creatures have these like leather strap looking things that where they, you know, hang stuff from. But he has a enormous shield and that axe, which is effectively a great axe. Both of those things look nice too.
So what's the shield?
Well, it's an enormous shield. Heavy. It's heavy. It's made of steel. Let I don't know. It seems to be of the same. Probably not steel. Actually, it's probably bronze or brass because it has sort of an orangish color. But it's effectively a heavy steel shield, and it is of masterwork quality as well. Looks like it's done by the same guys who made those tridents.
Okay.
Andrew was interested in that axe.
I've got a standard heavy steel shield, so for masterwork, is that, I think that kills the penalty by 1?
Masterwork heavy steel shield. I think it gives you another +1, but I'll double check that.
No, it doesn't change your AC. It'd be nice if it did. I think it just lowers the armor check penalty by 1.
Okay.
Which that would actually be good for me because my shield with my feet only gives me 1, so that would actually make, with that shield, I wouldn't have any penalty at all with it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Internet's taking forever. Vondram, I'm assuming that you and Poe will do a quick detect magic, and you see that the axe radiates magic. It is a magical axe.
Andrew's kind of interested in that just because, axes, picks, all that. That's kind of his bailiwick. But can I do a detect magic on it? I mean, as far as
if you want to take a moment, Poe is taking about 5 minutes. Well, no, about 2 minutes to heal himself and Arendar with the mace. That would give you more than enough time if you wanted to identify this thing.
Knowledge, craft, alchemy, knowledge, arcana. I don't remember which.
Spellcraft.
Spellcraft, yeah.
Okay. I would like to play around with it while we're waiting.
$15. I think that will work. 1 second.
Yeah, I think it's either 10 or 11 plus.
Yeah, it's not plus the level of the thing.
Level it would take to make it. But assuming it's just a lower plus weapon, that's not very high.
Okay. Identify the properties of a magic item with detect magic. Okay. So it's got a caster level. So what did you roll? 15?
I did.
Okay. Okay. So this is, hold on a sec. This is a +1 defending great axe.
Ooh, guys, this is a +1 defending great axe.
So is defending.
It means you can just take the +1 instead of using it for attack. You can throw it on your AC instead.
Correct.
So if you're fighting with it against somebody else, against that particular foe, you have a +1 to your AC?
No, you
defending.
can choose. Most weapons with the plus add to attack and damage, and that's it. This one, you can either have it add the 1 to attack or damage, or you can flip that plus to your AC instead, and then it becomes, from an attack standpoint, a standard weapon, not a magic, still magic, obviously, but there's no bonus, but it adds 1 to your AC instead.
Whenever you're wielding.
Whenever you want to, whenever you choose to.
Yeah, it's your choice.
No, I just meant like if I'm not using it and I'm using my spear, I'm not benefiting from
Then you don't get the benefit. It's got to be
no.
Get the benefit.
Well, I'm not saying I should take it, but I am going to be excited and tell everybody about it.
Cool.
I don't know that anybody else wants an axe.
I don't have a magical weapon, so if we come across something that requires magic to injure it, wouldn't be bad as a backup, but I would never use it as a primary just because I'm a sword and board kind of guy.
Well, I'd always be willing to share too. If you needed it.
Well,
So,
you keep it.
I'll let you keep it, and then
Okay.
like I said, it would just be a special case where I would fight with it.
All right.
Is there a name for that axe? Just a greater axe or a smaller?
It's a
A great axe. It just means it's a two-handed weapon.
It's a two-handed axe.
Oh, it's not a
So it's like
He was
D12,
he was wielding it one-handed too.
because he's huge, yeah.
Yeah, because he's very big.
That actually might do. It might no. It's okay. Yeah. Might not be.
Hey,
the
Les,
best.
did Lorelei get one of those water breathing things too?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
They all of us, so
They would have, allowed it. Do you have her take it and call her to you?
Yeah, I think I'll just have her come down with us now that it's safe.
Just brought her in there. All right. So you guys look in the you guys look in that other room there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was planning on stealthing in.
Okay, could do that.
Oh yeah,
so-
people live here. Yeah, check for traps.
All right, so 17 stealth check. All right. And you slip through the door.
Yeah.
All right. This room looks like it's maybe a provision room. So you see that. So a couple of things. One, this room is lit a little bit by what looks to be some sort of glow, an orange reddish glow that's coming out of a hole over in the upper left corner, which is the hole itself is about 5 feet wide. The water in this room is noticeably warmer than even just outside the door. Although those of you by the door can feel warm water sort of flowing outward towards you from the open door. It looks like there's a large pulley system set up over the hole, so that things could potentially be lowered down that hole.
Oh wait, this thing's underwater, right?
Yeah,
So you wouldn't need it. You just swim down, right?
I don't know.
Probably didn't used to be underwater.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, good point. Okay.
What are the 3 green things?
Those are boxes. They are intact, actually. And you, as you swim or walk over closer to them, you see these crates have the seams in between the slats of the crates are sealed with some sort of pitch. Like it looks like, well, you've been on boats before and you know what oakum is. It's sort of like a pitch that they use to do the seals at the bottoms of boats. It looks like that same kind of material is sealing between the slats of the crates, and they're all sealed like that along the
So-
edges as well.
How heavy are these crates?
Give it a try and lift them. You
Yeah.
can lift up the edge. It's pretty heavy. Your guess is, I mean, it's hard to determine how heavy something really is underwater because of the density and stuff involved.
Right.
You're guessing they're probably at least 200 pounds.
Wow.
So can we get 2 of our strongest to carry these up the stairs?
Potentially. You do. Yep. I mean, it would be Vondram and Poe, maybe, or Vondram and Arendar.
Oh yeah, me by far.
Arendar, and then
How much do these things weigh?
About 200 pounds is his guess,
Okay.
Wraith's guess.
With my strength, a heavy load for me is 400 pounds. So
Okay.
this would be half a heavy load, so I could carry it.
Okay.
Dang.
so
So
you carry
you're just
these.
gonna go over there and, oh, I'm sorry, Chuck, go ahead.
I was gonna say, carry these 3 crates upstairs, get them to dry area, and
And
then
then
I'll
see what's
check
in 'em?
them. Then I'll check them for traps and open them up
Okay.
because they're sealed. So if anything in them is damaged by water, we don't want to open them up down here.
Right. Okay.
You can carry 1 too.
How
Nice.
strong? How strong are you?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, okay.
Like a heavy load is 400 pounds for me.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you guys start muscling these crates, and you got to go back up the stairs and all the way out and back up the thing. And then remember, you kind of swung down. So are you just going to take them back up to like that first room that you guys came in, or
Actually,
do you want to
just
take them
up the
all the way
stairs.
outside?
No, just up the stairs.
Okay.
Part of that room didn't have any water in it, right? Close to the stairs, the damaged
Close to
stairs.
those other set of stairs. Yeah, you could bring them up to there.
Yeah, that's just one, just right upstairs, and that's it.
Okay. So you get these, it takes a little bit of hustling and kind of muscling things around and that kind of stuff. But you eventually get those up the stairs and sort of over there so that Wraith can have a closer look at these crates. They're wooden crates and they are pitched. So they're sealed on the inside, or at least you think they're sealed on the inside. They also have pitch around the edges of like where you would pry the lid off, and you assume the same thing on the bottom. Water sort of pours off the sides, but as far as you can tell, they don't seem to be breached in any way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do check for traps on all 3 of them.
Okay, give me a trap check. You do not find any. Oh, you're doing one for each of the crates?
Yeah. Well, unless you just want to take one, it's up to you.
It's fine. You don't find any traps, but you do recognize with the 30 perception, and you think it pertains to all three, that this looks like you seem familiar to you. And then you remember that this particular kind of crate style is largely Sargavan. You've seen it historically on Sargavan merchants would often have these kind of things arriving in wagon trains to Gate Pass and stuff like that. And these crates are made in the Sargavan style.
Okay.
Now you've never seen them sealed up like this before, but
Right.
but the craftsmanship is distinctly Sargavan.
So,
You don't see any traps.
so I'll looking at them. Do they appear to be locked? Is it something?
Yeah, they
along
have not only do they have like hasps like that sort of keep the lid, sort of bolted down, but
Mhm.
the lid itself seems to have some sort of oakum or other kind of pitch seal around it.
Right, but
But they're not locked in any way though.
Right, so I'll use, I guess it's sleight of hand, I think,
Okay.
to open up the first one.
Okay. Natural 20. All right. So you look under there and you're trying to do it so that if there is a trap, it doesn't hit you. Is that what you're trying to do? Avoid anything?
Yeah, yeah.
You're very careful, and you at the same time flip two of the sort of hasps that go on there, and you see the thing, they flip up quite easily, and you see the lid kind of comes up a little bit, like nothing else happens.
Yeah.
You get the distinctive smell of salt coming
Okay.
out from inside it.
I'll open up the chest and see what's in it.
Okay, you pop it open, and inside at first it looks like it's filled completely with salt, but you kind of like dig around a little bit in it, and very quickly you come up with a big sort of piece of meat. In this case, it's a large, probably ocean fish that has been flensed and filleted and layered on, covered with the salt to preserve it. You dig around a little more, and there's a large ham. In the same way, that's sort of buried in the salt. A little more digging, you can find different cuts of different styles of meat. There are several whole chickens or turkeys that are in the salt. It looks like that this crate has a selection of meat that has been preserved in salt and packed in salt for travel.
Okay.
But it's all different kinds of stuff. It's not like all fish or all ham. It's different stuff.
Right. So crate number 2.
Okay, pop that open. It does not have salt in it. In fact, what it has is smaller crates, which are sort of tightly compartmentalized in there. And in the interstitial areas where there is space between some of the crates where it doesn't they don't perfectly fit in there. There's some sort of material. It looks like old leaf, kind of like organic material has been just like old leaves have been stuck in there, some sort of padding. The first one you pull out is a case of Chalaxian wine.
Okay.
The second one is a case of bottled ale, and you recognize the label as being Sargavan, from the capital of Sargava, which name escapes me right now.
Okay.
There are a couple of more of those type of cases, and they're split half between wine and ale in bottles and in cases. There's also a large, well, not large, but about the size of a soda keg, a barrel in there which sloshes.
Okay.
And it's got you pop the bung on that and take a sniff. You're pretty sure it's filled with beer.
Okay.
So someone's gonna have a party here.
That's
What's doing here?
some good bartering materials.
The third crate, when you open that up, so there's 3 cases each of Chalaxian wine and Sargavan ale, and one, you're guessing it's probably a 12-gallon or 15-gallon keg of what looks to be some sort of imported beer. Because you can see markings on the outside of the barrel that would seem to indicate that it's from Talgor. So it's imported. It's not Chalaxian or Sargavan.
Right. And how much? What did you say the size of that was?
About 15 gallons.
Okay.
The keg, and then each case contains 12 bottles. So 36 bottles of Chilaxian wine and 36 bottles of Sargavan ale. The bottles are the same size. So the ale bottles are not like beer bottles that we have. They're more like a liter.
So 3 cases is 36 bottles.
12 bottles per case. The final crate, you crack that open, and it doesn't have salt in it either. What it has is, again, more sealed boxes. In this case, these boxes are not. They're boxes, but they're smaller. They're maybe about the size of a box that you could fit a bowling ball in, and they're stacked inside there. Inside of these are there's about 14 boxes in here, and they are filled with dried fruits and vegetables. The one has rice in it. Another has some sort of hard bread in it, like hardtack, that kind of thing. Another has crackers, and the rest have dried fruits, nuts, and vegetables.
Do we think frogs would eat this, or this is definitely like something they were using as a tool, or there's somebody
Doesn't
down
look like food for a.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're not sure what the frog guys eat, but they look like they were going to eat Titus. So I don't know that there are that all this stuff is relatively, if they were finicky about it.
there? This could be the hydromancer's stuff.
Yeah.
We'll leave this
Yeah.
stuff and go back down.
Well, go back down to,
To the pulley, see if we can get down,
While we have the breathing capacity.
or was that not?
Probably
was that
need a
the-
wagon to get these back to Sequin.
yeah, well, we can leave these here. We know what they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Did
guess
the growing warm area look like it was someplace we could go down less, or was that just something?
Well, yeah, kind of. You want to take a look in there?
yeah,
Yeah.
because the stairway, the circular stairway on the floor above it where we are now looks damaged, and
And that goes up like to the surface, but it's damaged to get up there.
It's crumbled.
so it looks like the only way we have to go down, assuming down is the way we need to go, is this hole with the pulley.
Was there any other doors or anything else down there, Les?
No, nothing.
There's
There's
doors
paper-
on the other side of the stairs on the floor above.
There's paper mash.
Those were like rooms and stuff.
Storage rooms. Yeah, two of them are, the two middle ones are like guest rooms. There was a bed, table in there, mostly waterlogged. You're not sure they didn't look like they'd been used or could be used for quarters. The side doors were essentially linen closets where there were waterlogged blankets and pillows and sheets and stuff like that, and domestic items that would be for the guests. But it looked like they were maybe guest rooms. You didn't find anything of value in any of them.
Les, what are these? I know you.
Those are broken down bookshelves. Yeah. And at the bottom of them, you can see that there were some books in there at one time. And it's sort of like paper mush now at the bottom of those things because it's all completely submerged underwater. But those are broken bookshelves, and they're broken too. I mean, they're sort of broken in and rotted a little bit, that kind of thing. It will have been a while since those were used for bookshelves.
Yeah, that's our paper mush.
Yeah.
So I guess let's go down and check out the the red glowing area.
Okay. You take a look at that.
Seems
So
like
you
that's
look-
the way we need to go.
You look down through there, and it looks odd. You're right that at least a portion of this hole seems to be filled with water, and there's a lot of heat coming up out of it. But as you look down, first, this thing looks like it goes really far down, maybe as much as 100 feet. And the entirety of it is lit by these reddish, orangish glows. So you're not sure if there's fire down at the bottom of this or what, but you can feel some sort of heat coming out of it. Also, it doesn't look like, I mean, it's a little blurry to look through, but it doesn't look like water goes all the way down to the bottom of the shaft somehow. Like it stops about maybe as little as 10 feet from where you're standing.
Say
And
what?
it does, I mean, you can see through it, but it looks like the water stops about 10 feet down, and then there's no water below that. Now you're not sure what could stop it like that, but that's what it looks like. You definitely feel heat coming up through it, but through the water and into the water. But it looks like the water doesn't. The shaft looks like it's maybe 100 feet. That it goes 100 feet down, but only 10 feet of that seems to be filled with water. The rest seems to be open.
Okay, that's weird.
Who's the tallest one of us? Let's tie them up by their feet and dunk them down until their head breaks the water plane in the ceiling.
I can send Lorelei down there, and she can stealth and see what she sees.
All right, so she's gonna. So the first thing she'll tell you is that it's uncomfortably warm water, but it's bearable. And it gets the water in the shaft is much more it's warmer than even the water in the room, but it seems to be concentrated through here. So she gets down to the bottom there. Give me a perception check. Okay. So she gets down, and it really does. The water sort of just stops. She can tell that there's some sort of magical barrier there that seems to be stopping the water. But beyond that, she's a little reluctant. Do you want her to fly through it? Like out to see if she can fly through the barrier?
And she see through the, once she's at the line of the water, can she see?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah, she can. It's open, but it's still like 90 feet of shaft going down. But it's well lit by the light, this ruddy light that's coming from below. So you can see the entirety of the shaft without dark vision. But she's like floating about a foot above the bottom of the water column, and asking, "Do you want her to try and fly through it?"
She can stick her finger in and see if that affects the spell that's holding the water back.
Okay. She very slowly and gingerly sort of puts her finger through, and she'll tell you that it's a very strange feeling, like a tingling feeling around her finger. But from your observation, even though her finger does seem to have passed through whatever the barrier, and she assures you that it has, no water flies through. No water goes around it. That kind of stuff.
Okay, well, she's going to hit the edge of the wall, and using her 33 stealth, she's going to try to get past it and see what's down there.
She's going to slip past it. Okay, so she manages to extricate herself, and she says the strange feeling, of passing through that barrier is very odd. But she's not negatively affected in any way, as far as you can tell or she can tell. And you want her to like fly down to the bottom of the thing?
Yeah, assuming she can with waterlogged wings. I guess she'll drive pretty quick. I don't know.
Yeah, she'll buzz them a little bit and fly down there. So she flies down to the bottom, and she says, "You guys talk telepathically, right? Or do you need her to fly back up?"
Check if we're still. Yeah, I've got a link, whatever that means, and we can share spells.
If it's
Okay.
just a share spells, that doesn't mean communication. Usually it shows what kind of, they got either an emphatic link, which usually you can just kind of tell their general mood, or it should usually say if you can actually speak.
Hang on a second, I got it here. Companion mind link. Oh, that's a special thing.
I was just wondering I'm just wondering what kind of color would look good for a tabard on.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
So no, I can't
Okay.
talk to them.
So she goes down there, and she's down there for a couple of minutes, and then you see her coming flying back up, and she sort of passes through the barrier and into the water, and sort of swims back up to you. And she tells you that down there, down at the bottom of the shaft, is a huge lava flow.
Plus, I got message. That's. I knew I had a way to communicate with her.
Oh, okay.
So
So
I'm gonna put
she's
message on.
she's down at the bottom, and she's basically telling you that down at the bottom of this thing is a lava flow, and there's a bridge over it, and it's in a natural cavern, and it's very, very hot, uncomfortably hot down here. She also says that there is a door at the other end of this cavern. Do you want me to fly and go check it out?
No, I think we need to join up and So I will tell everybody that and tell her that we probably need to go down there.
Okay.
So
So she flies back up to you and passes through the thing.
So
She's
how
not
did we get down
damaged?
there?
She doesn't have a thermometer with her, but
No. How do we
much-
get down there?
I don't know.
I don't have
I mean,
wind.
the shaft is 5 feet wide. You just jump.
Yeah, that's gonna be great until you get to the bottom.
Oh, that's right.
Didn't
know,
you
they-
say, didn't you say that there was a rope and pulley or something?
For lowering what you think for lowering those crates down.
Is it
Okay.
something that can be controlled from the platform itself, or do you have to be up here to control that fully?
To crank it back up, you would have to be at the top. I mean, theoretically, it's got enough rope. You could lower it all the way down to the bottom, and it would. I mean, then just lock it and leave it there. But if you wanted to leave, you'd have to climb back up.
So 100 foot down, you said?
10 of that is water. You could swim down. So then the rest of the 90 is straight down.
So
Which you might want to be careful about when you get to the bottom of the water column, because the moment you pass through that barrier, you essentially find yourself in free fall.
Yeah. That's the part I'm concerned about.
But there's a rope that we can grab onto.
So do we extend it all the way out and then just climb down, hope we don't fall, and then
Does the rope look strong enough to handle our weight? I mean, if it's made to handle. 50
Definitely.
pounds.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, your guess is that, well, it's pretty new. And the mechanism is older, but you can see that there's been some work put onto it. It's been, some of the pieces have been covered with wax, some sort of wax, to help protect it from the water. The rope itself is newish.
She didn't see any activity down there, right? Nothing moving.
She said she saw what she described as a river of lava with a bridge over it, and then a door at the other end, leading to somewhere else. But she said it was a natural cavern, so she didn't understand why there was a bridge there. She also said that the room itself that she flew into was uncomfortably warm due to it makes sense, due to the presence of magma.
Liquid hot magma.
I'm just worried about how we get back out.
Oh,
That's
we're gonna,
pragmatic.
we're gonna have to climb.
And you said less is like 100 feet.
Yeah.
So just metagaming, how many climb checks is that without failing one?
You have to make one every 10 feet. But you could take steps to reduce the TC. Like if you have rope, you can make sort of climbing sling where you can sort of ratchet it up. There's that kind of thing.
Well, I'm just
Putting
saying,
it-
that's like 10 rolls someone has to do in a row without failing a single one, because if you fail one, you take a very nasty plunge back down.
Maybe you can figure out some sort of basket arrangement to lower it down in a basket and lower you guys. Well, you still have to, I guess, I don't know that Lorelei would be strong enough to work the crane, but if you attach some sort of basket or maybe one of those crates, you could lower yourselves down in relative safety, although probably only 2, maybe 3 of you could fit in a crate to be lowered down. The problem is who lowers down the last person and who ratchets you guys back up.
Right, and that's my concern. I mean, again, from a metagaming standpoint, this is obviously the only direction to go, so this is the direction we go, but I'm concerned about us getting back out.
We can tie knots in the rope. That makes the difficulty a lot easier.
I mean, I'm
But it
probably-
won't. If you tie knots in the rope, though, you can't ratchet it back up without untying the knots. The knots will be too big to go into the mechanism.
I probably got the best climb in the group. And I'd say
your-
I've still got a probably 25% failure rate. So to make 10 in a row, when mathematically 1 in 4 is going to fail, those aren't very good odds.
What's your climb skill?
My climb skill is 11.
11. Okay. So one of the things I'll just to metagame for a minute. So I will tell you that climbing up or down that rope is a DC 10 climb check. So for you,
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
yeah, you would have, because
So
it's
I'm
a
pretty
thick rope.
comfortable on this
It's,
rope. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can scale this without much problem.
yeah.
Okay, never
You're gonna
mind.
fail by 4 too to fall. Otherwise, you
Okay.
just don't make progress, or fail by 5 actually.
A natural
Okay.
one will always fail.
I don't think we do.
Not on Pathfinder, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Not, yeah, skill checks don't always
Don't
fail.
auto fail on a 1.
Well,
I can
Um,
summon the
it's canon now. I'm sorry,
I already said it. So, okay, so I guess my character just would get a feel for this rope and be like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to have much of a problem climbing up this if I need to.
100 feet is a pretty significant climb, and you would probably, and in your, well, here's another problem. You're fatigued. So while you
Is the
feel
whole
like
area
it's good
5
for
feet?
it's basically a 5-foot cylinder, a 5-foot shaft.
So a rope with a wall to brace against makes it a 5 DC instead of a 10 DC.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
really
So like rappelling down, you could with the mechanism, the way the mechanism works, you could make that happen.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess I can go first. Unless Wraith, if you want to go first for a stealthy approach. Otherwise, if we're going for the tank approach first, then I'll go first.
Is this going to be a climb check then?
Yeah,
And my climb's not as good as yours.
all my climb comes from the fact that it's a class skill and I've got a huge strength. So
Right, well, right, but I'm just saying, my climb's not as good as yours.
What's your
Mine's a
climb?
1.
does anyone have a 0 or less climb?
I've got a 1.
You got a 1?
I've got a 2.
Bondi's got an 8.
An
Can we
8?
help?
Wow. So actually,
I always load up my climb if it's a class skill.
all right.
But
So I
I
can-
mean, even if we fail even at 2, we're not going to fail by 5 if the difficulty is only a 5 if we're using the sides. So even if we fail, we just don't move. So we just have to
Unless-
try again.
Unless you roll a 1, or 2, or a 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. That's 5 less than the DC.
So you fall.
Oh, no,
I thought
according
the
to,
DC was 5 if we were bracing on the sides.
Oh,
it-
bracing on the sides. I see.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My strength is such that I could carry
Yeah,
one
that would
person
work.
down. So anyone who
You're fatigued though.
so
Well, when I'm fatigued, I don't carry people around.
I
I avoid that.
Yeah, fatigued is just mechanically from a game standpoint, it has those penalties and that's it.
Yeah, and one of those penalties feeds into your climb
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. So yeah,
So yeah,
technically, yeah, that's
fatigue,
right.
strength, and dex. So I think it's a climb check's a dex
Climb
based.
strength.
no, climbs are
Strength
strength.
based.
Yeah,
All right, so your climb.
So technically my climb check is only a 10. But that's mechanically wise, that's the only thing wrong. So yeah, I'll probably be breathing hard while I'm doing it, but
All right, you guys could probably get down.
yeah, I can carry one person. Basically, you'd probably just have to grab onto me and hold on, and then I would just climb down.
Unless somebody cuts the rope.
Yeah, that could happen.
Desperate to kill us.
Well, there's nobody up here as far as you know. So, I mean,
Yeah.
as far as you know, there's nobody here to cut the rope. So, but yeah, so that would, I think, work if you moved the mechanism so that the rope was against the wall, so that you could brace against the
All the
wall,
way
and sort of
down.
rappel down, and then you took it slow and that kind of thing. I think it would be okay because right, a DC 5 climb check. Now that's typically per 10 feet.
Right, but
I
still,
guess it wouldn't matter, but you guys would
Mechanically,
all be auto. Yeah, ultimately you would never
might
be able
take
to
a
get
couple people
5
to
below.
fall there.
Yeah.
yeah, some people might stop for a little bit, or it might take them longer to get down, but
Yeah.
okay. So, Chuck, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Wraith, give me a perception check.
28.
28. Okay. So 29 in this case, because as you approach the hole and they begin moving the rope around to get it up against the wall, you yell, "Stop, don't do this," because you see two very fine silver wires crisscrossing the hole in a way that Lorelei was far too small to trigger. But as you follow these, you can see that about halfway down the shaft, in a little area that looks like it was carved out specifically to hold it, is a large spherical object sort of kind of notched into the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the wire is connected to that.
Okay.
A person or vigorous use of the lowering mechanism without taking care of this would break those wires.
And so what does it do to that thing in the wall then?
Well, it's connected to it. You don't know, and it's down about 5-6 feet in the water.
Does he tell us about this?
Yeah, there's a trap on the
So if we were all able to climb independently through spider climb, could we climb around that thing? Could we, work our way around it if we were all not?
Is it something like a trap, like you could disable it?
Potentially, yeah.
I just say we let Wraith use his
Oh, well, yeah.
do his voodoo.
Okay, so now that I see it, I'll try to disable it.
Okay.
I can assist.
Okay. It's not a magical trap, and 23 is enough. So you examine the wires, and it seems to be a relatively simple operation of detaching one of the. There's a primary and a secondary wire. If you detach the primary wire, it disconnects it from whatever that is down in the side of the thing. And that's really, you're not sure what that thing is about down there, but that looks like that is the trap part of this trap. What you've done is essentially unattached the tripwires, essentially.
The firing mechanisms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing is still there, and it's still. You take it very gently, and one of the wires is still connected. You haven't disconnected it from the thing, but it's not in a position where you could slam into. So you just sort of set the wire on the edge.
Right.
It blows
Okay.
up or something when you're down there.
Boom.
So, feeling as though I have successfully disarmed the trap,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you feel that way.
then I'll start going down the line.
The rope. You get the rope all squared away, and you start going down there.
I'm not going to be too far behind him.
It takes a little while because you're not as good at climbing and that kind of stuff as your brother is, and even fatigued, he's still quite a bit stronger than you. But it takes a little bit, but you eventually get down to the bottom.
You don't have to acknowledge that for him.
Okay.
No, acknowledge it.
He doesn't need any more stoking to his already giant ego.
I assume you guys are all sort of going down in the similar fashion.
Yeah, we'll be a little bit behind Wraith, so when he gets to the bottom, we get the stealth and look around before we all come down there. But I'll be coming second.
Okay. All right. As you guys are climbing, you do realize that Lorelei wasn't lying. The heat is extreme. Your guess is it's between 110 and 120 pounds. Those of you who are wearing thick clothing and that kind of stuff, which is probably all of you, considering you guys came through that rainstorm that's going on outside. You probably have
we're going to dry off fast.
Yeah, it's hot and uncomfortably so. It's not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination. Very warm. But Lorelei wasn't lying. As you guys sort of get through there and you reach the bottom, the rope sort of dangles there against the wall. You look out and you do find yourself in a natural cavern that has what looks to be a huge river of lava going through it. I gotta check something. Hold on a second. There is also now the river of lava and the cavern itself seem to be natural. There is, however, something very unnatural, which is a manufactured metal-coated bridge, which goes from the side you guys are on to the other side of the lava. And why don't we just change things here? All right, can you guys see that?
See us.
Now I can see it in focus.
I can
Hold
see
on.
everything.
Yeah, that's not good. Hold on, we got a problem. Let me figure that out. I think I see the problem.
I didn't memorize it at all.
Better not.
And it doesn't match the module like at all either, so. Except for that one.
There we go. All right, we're back in business, I think. Let's try this. Let's try this one more time, shall we? All right.
Don't
Can
see
you
much less
let me get you here. Do you guys see anything?
Yeah, I see the area around us, and that's it.
Okay. I am going to put
Your,
some lights because I can't see
video
jack
doesn't see
squat.
anything.
Yeah, I know. Why can't I? Oh, wait, hold on. I know what to do. I'm gonna do this on Aaron Deere because he's always out front, being a big pain in the ass.
That's what I do.
Wait. All right, never mind. I have
Is
to
it maybe
do-
because I've got dark vision that I can see?
It's yeah, and well, no, it's because I'm the recording is a player mode. So that you guys can't see everything in the recording.
Gotcha.
So and because I'm looking at it, I can obviously see everything, but hold on. Let's see if this works. And no, it doesn't work. This is working out great. All right, hold on a second. I'm going back and I'm getting Titus. We're just gonna drag Titus along like
He's our
Bernie.
torch.
Yeah, he's Bernie. We're gonna put some sunglasses on him, and you guys are gonna have madcap adventures.
Put sunglasses, maybe Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
All
right, ignore him. He's not with you. He's me. All right. So yeah. So you guys get to the bottom of the shaft. You can see this place right here, which is a area which is directly below the bottom of the shaft that you can see sort of goes upward from there. This is where you guys have landed. The rope kind of comes out from there, and you guys have all stepped away. The heat here is absolutely extreme because you can see there is a big river of lava. Sort of going through here. This bridge, on the other hand, is definitely man-made. It is made of some sort of, well, you suspect it's made of some sort of wood, but it's covered in metal, both underneath and above. You're not sure, but almost certainly that this is designed to protect anyone on top of the bridge from having to deal with the heat, which is extreme.
What's that blue thing that we're all standing around?
That's the circle where the it's just a circle in the ground that is sort of like cleared off of sort of like rubble and cracks and smoothed out, which is directly below the shaft. So that's where you guys land. They've sort of like smoothed the area artificially. The rest of the cave is natural stone.
Okay. Well, since there's traps, we'll definitely let Wraith go first and let him stealth out and search for traps.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move up to here. Check for, damn it, Alt.
Check for damn it.
Check for traps on the entrance to the bridge. And
Okay.
Let's see here. 22.
Did anybody grab that thing as you guys passed it, or did you just leave it where it was?
Grab what thing?
The ball thing? The sphere thing?
Yeah.
The one that was in the shaft, the trap?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did
grabbed
you wanna
whatever
yank?
wires I could and kept touching it to it and, kicking it and
Okay. No, you left it alone then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have this inkling. I want to go back and get the globe thing. Yeah.
All right. So 21, 22 for traps.
Yeah.
Don't see any traps. You do see something though, which over at the side of the over the side wall, sort of towards the north there. As you sort of step onto the thing where you're standing, the heat is just unbelievable. Sweat is pouring off you. But as you look over across the way, you can see that across here on this side, you can see what looked to be a lot of big tower style shields leaning against the wall.
Okay.
dibs. Oh wait, I don't use those.
They look kind of like this. Have some
Okay.
sort of coat of arms on them, but they're tall.
Does that coat of arm mean anything to us, or
Do you got knowledge nobility?
I'm a fighter? I don't have knowledge anything.
Does anybody have knowledge nobility?
I have knowledge local.
Won't apply here.
Okay.
I do have knowledge nobility. I have no pluses, but I have it.
Okay, you can roll a d20. 10. Yeah, no, you're not. You're pretty far away. It looks like maybe Chalaxian style heraldry, but you're not sure.
How about history, Les? Would that work?
It might
Or
work.
religion?
History would be closer than religion.
Okay, I'll say history too.
You want to? You could try that again if you want.
Well, that,
Yeah, Poe, you're just you're not sure about these.
They are not historical shields.
22 on knowledge history. All right, so you get a closer, you approach a little bit closer to the lava and you get a closer look at these shields. And one of the things that you notice is that, yeah, it's definitely in the Chalaxian style, but you can see that this is some of the heraldic elements and things like that are definitely Sargavan in nature. Sargavan and Chalaxian, although Sargavans are native Chalaxians, the Sargavan colony has been here a long time, and they have their own sort of nobility, which hold a sort of lesser place in the overall sense of Chalaxian nobility. But they do have their own heraldry, they do have their men at arms and stuff like that. This looks like a Sargavan heraldic symbol. You can't identify anything specific just because you don't know that much about Sargavan nobles, but it definitely looks like that kind of shield. You also recognize that these shields, and this may be something that Arendar recognizes, is that these shields are designed, they're long tower shields, and they're designed to be, you've seen some of these in some of the Sargavan soldiers, they're designed to be linked together to form like a shield wall. And they can be broken apart very easily, but they have these little bolts on the sides of them that allow them to be linked together. These, however, are not linked together, they're just leaning up against the wall.
Sparta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
Maybe someone wanted this wall really protected.
or there's 6 guys off to lunch that we could expect at any time.
Right. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to follow Wraith, but I'm going to stay a good probably 20 feet behind him.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna stealth.
Okay.
Or move.
Give me a roll, please.
Move with stealth.
31. Okay. Being
And
very
Yeah.
quiet.
I was going to say, I don't think we can see you.
15. So I'll move a little less than half across the bridge.
All right. You definitely feel like the metal that this bridge has been cladded with is reflecting a lot of the heat downward away from where people would travel. It's still freaking blazing hot on top of this bridge. And if you were to lean out, you think that if you were to lean over the edge of the bridge rather than staying on it, you would blister. The heat coming off this lava is extreme. Your guess is, you're sweating up atop of that thing, and in some cases, your drops of sweat will hit the metallic cladding on the top, and you can hear it sizzle.
Okay.
As you're out there, it's probably 130, 140 degrees on top of that bridge. and that's protected.
Okay. I'm gonna, since I'm stealthing anyway, pull my cowl up over my head and
Okay.
try to protect myself from that as much as possible.
Gotcha. Okay.
Using some of the army painter tones.
And then if nobody else is going to move yet, then I'll move. I'll stealth across another movement, which is 15.
Okay.
10, which would get me to right here.
Okay. Yeah, you come down off of the off of the bridge, and the heat is better once you get away from like directly above the lava. It is less warm. This area you can see the shields pretty closely. The heraldry on them is interesting, but you don't know anything about it. The shields itself. You do see over in this area too. You do see what look to be several large, well-made crossbows and a box, like a little chest full of crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Is this? So there's shield. So there's weapons out here.
Yep. And over here, there's several leaning up against that wall. There's a box, a fairly big box, holding crossbow bolts, and there are probably a half dozen crossbows, well made, medium to heavy crossbows that are just leaning up against the wall.
Are they already like cocked and loaded, or are they just?
No, they're unloaded. They're just sitting there.
Okay.
I'd break them all. I want to go over there and break them all.
I don't know. Break them. We'll take them back with us.
And also,
they've got an MP5.
Yeah, they also have an MP5. So
we're gonna grab those.
You're not sure where he got that, but
what?
Damn that Sidoneth, that hydromancer. He had an MP5 the whole time.
I'm gonna try and stealth behind him. Like I said, I'm not near as good as my brother, but
okay.
Because I don't want to let him too far.
How quiet are the rest of you guys being behind him? Now, obviously, Wraith is being very quiet. But I mean, are you guys clomping around like Clydesdales?
So
or
we're kind of whispering if we have to talk.
Okay. All right.
My stealth is -9. Just
13
FYI.
is -9.
Stealth speed that
Even
bad.
with a 1, I got a 13 stealth. So I'm not.
Arendar, as you're approaching, stop moving. As you're approaching the bridge, you step on, you miss a rock there, and the rock went shooting out from under your thing and clanked off of the base of the bridge, rolled a couple of times, and then plooped into the lava with a large ploop sound and a big shot of, like, you know how water kind of shoots up when something falls in it. Well, the magma kind of shoots up and it makes a fair amount of noise. All of you freeze as this door opens and somebody peeks out. You see a person just sort of like opens the door and looks. Here's what they look like.
One of our 9 guys.
It's a dark-haired, swarthy-skinned woman. She looks out, and you can see at first she seems annoyed, and then she's like alarmed, and she says, "Guys, we've got intruders!" And she pops back in the door and shuts it.
Okay. So initiative.
You hear a bolt slide across that door. We can roll initiative now if you want.
Well, I'm gonna charge the door.
Okay. Well, you're not gonna get there before she.
Oh no,
finishes
no.
it. Okay.
We've definitely had more than our fair share of like 1s tonight.
Yeah.
Chuck's had more than all of us, but
Oh, just they're very old style, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hold a sec. All right. So the door you hear that bolt, Everybody's got their initiative rolled.
Mhm.
I gotta check these guys. 1 sec. My book. I accidentally closed the book, so I have to reopen it. These are the sort of things that happen.
Oh,
when
just
you're
tell me
at
what page you want. I'll tell you what's on it.
Would you? Yeah, that'd be handy. Hold on, I'm almost there. Almost back to where I was.
It's okay.
All right, here we go. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let's do this. The one, we'll do that. Sorry about the delay. Stupid closed book. All right, 11 there. And then
Like Necromunda gang tech supporters.
okay. 5. All right. Get this out. Oops. Hold on, we're almost there. Almost there.
It's kind of awesome.
All right, is everybody in?
Mhm.
All right, sounds good. Vondra, you are first. So you did not see this because the bridge sort of blocks view of that door from on the other side of the bridge. You sort of have to be almost over the bridge before you see that door.
So I don't know that the gig.
Lorelei was flying around, so she was able to see it pretty clearly.
So Von Rim doesn't know the gig is up.
Well, you do know that Arendir made a bunch of noise going up on the bridge.
And you
So-
heard him kind of half whisper, swear as soon as he saw someone open the door.
Shit. Yeah. Bloop. Give me a perception
Message
check,
is
maybe.
5 people, 50 minutes, by the way. So we all have message. I would have given it to everybody.
Okay.
Everybody, all right. So Arendir, you got something to say to these people, or you want them all to yourself?
No, I said pretty much what he said.
So, did you say we have to roll a perception?
I ask you to roll a perception. I guess you don't have to. If he told you what was going on, then
Okay. Okay. Well, then.
Well, we knew there was a door over there. Like I said,
Mhm.
as soon as Arendar made a noise, everyone froze, and then after a few seconds, you hear him swearing, and then he would be looking like he's taking off that direction really fast.
okay.
And I'm gonna double move, I guess, to get out there. So that should put me right about here.
Okay.
On my little short legs, here I come. Uh-huh.
All right, so you double move out there, and yeah, you feel the heat of the lava. You get over there, you can see the crossbow sort of leaned up on the south wall. You can see the shield sort of leaned up on the north wall, and you do see this door over here. It is closed.
So what are we gonna do? Break down the door?
Arendar, it's your turn.
Lightly?
You're used to making a lot of noise when you're supposed to be quiet.
That's what I did.
All right, so you're running double move.
Yep.
Wraith, these guys went past you. Now they can see you, but you're not sure that it was you that caught. You saw that looked like an armored woman, a woman with armor on, open the door, saw, and you think she was looking at your brother because he was at the top of the bridge and you were at the bottom of the bridge, and she was definitely looking
and he
above
was
you.
also stealthing quite a bit too.
That's what I'm talking about. He was stealthing. So, so your guess is that she saw him and not you.
Well, yeah, no, obviously. And I heard him
Oh yeah.
make a bunch of noise.
Yep.
So the stealthy approach is now over.
Yeah.
Which way did this door open?
It opened outward or inward. Sorry, you can't borrow an outward. It opened inward.
Inward, but did it open from this side or from this side?
From the northerly side. So it opens sort of up and to the left. But you heard
So
what
what-
you're
so
pretty
like-
sure was a bar being slid across it.
why doesn't it keep my? Oh, well, okay.
All right.
So
Can you see
it-
past? Can you see out of that door? Yeah, that way.
So that door opens. Well, that's stupid.
It opens to your right.
Yeah, the hinge is
The
on the
door,
top.
the doorknob is on the left side of the door as you approach it.
Okay, and then it opens. So if it opens that way,
It opens this way, and I didn't make it. That's the thing there. Hold on. You can't. I hate when it gives me shitty things. So this is it opens the exact reverse of this. Can you see that?
yeah.
So it would be the yeah. Just move, if you were to move that line 5 feet directly left, that's the way the door would open.
Yeah, the hinge is on the top, not the bottom of the.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna go up here. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna go right here. And I'm gonna get
Okay.
my bow ready so that if they decide to open that door, I can fire through the crack.
Okay. Arendar, give me a perception check. Wraith, give me a perception check. Okay. You guys hear this what beyond on the other side of the door, you hear voices and you hear the sound of what sounds like furniture being upended.
Okay.
All right. Wraith, that it for you?
Yeah.
Poe.
I'm gonna move into the area, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, that's a double move, 60 feet.
Okay. You go to there.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Any you just want to bring Lorelei with you, or you want her to hang back?
Yeah, she can fly around the edge.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Hold on a sec. That guy's going there. All right. That is the end of round 1. It's now round 2. And it's Vondra's turn.
Gandhi doesn't really know what to do other than go break down a door, but he's not really a frontline guy. So he's kind of hanging tight.
Okay. So you want to delay?
Yeah, I think I'll go to the end of the order.
You want to you just want to go to the end of the order. Okay, can do. We'll put you right down there. All right, Arendar. You're standing about 10 feet from the door. You've heard what sounds like talking, voices, multiple voices, both male and female. And the sound of what sounds like tables or chairs being upended, knocked over.
What's this door made of?
Wood.
Okay.
It's got some metal bands on it. But other than that, it's just a regular wood door. The wood is pretty old. And it has scorch marks on it.
Is that just a strength check to try and bust down a door?
Believe
or do you
so.
Attack, do you attack and try and damage the door?
You could do either,
go
right?
Through its hardness and
you could do either. So a door,
it's wooden.
So there are spells, obviously, a chime of opening, an open close cantrip, a knock spell will get past any lock. In this case, yeah, it would be.
It's not a lock. It's barred.
It's barred, yeah. So, yeah, essentially, you would do strength check on this, depending on its thickness. And your guess is that
I think it's going to be more beneficial for me to just hack at it with the sword, and
okay.
The door's going to have a hardness, so that's how much basically a DR it's got against my damage, and a wooden door is going to have so many hit points.
Yep. I
think I've got a better chance of just smacking it with a Falcata. And do you know all that information?
I do.
Okay. Then I'm just going to get up and smack it with the Falcata.
Okay. There is a strength break DC as well. So it has a hardness, it has hit points. It also has a break DC, like if you want to do a strength check on it and try and bust it down.
I've got a really good strength, but I think the stat checks in Pathfinder are kind of broken or not really realistic. So
Okay.
hang on, I got to change my.
Underpants?
Yes, that too.
Gotcha.
Got to change my macros back to the D8s.
Remember, you are still fatigued. That condition remains.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so you're just going to try and do damage to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bust through
Go
the hit
for it.
points of the door.
Gotcha. All right. Well, it's a 10 to hit. So what's your bonus to hit? I don't know that there would be a problem hitting it. Okay, you did hit it. 18 points of damage. Your falcata bites into the wood deeply, and you rip out a big chunk of it. It has, you're a pretty strong guy, so you've managed to chop a pretty significant chunk out of it. You can't see through it though.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, that is it for you, Wraith. What are you going to do? You're over by the shields. You're still stealthing. As far as you know, well, everybody, your team knows where you are, but you don't think that the other guys do.
Right. So I'm gonna stay stealthy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Got it. Okay, hold on a second. I want to check something real quick. Nice. Okay. All right. He's gonna do that. He's going to do that. So he's going to hold on a second. Arendar, you are right up against the door. Give me. Oh, you would never be able to hear that. Never mind. Poe, you're up.
Guess I'm gonna move forward and assist in trying to break the door down.
Okay. You're going to do like a strength check and try and rip it down, or are you going to hit it with your spear or some other weapon?
I'm gonna hit it with my giant sticker.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna enlarge myself as a swift move so I get more damage.
Okay.
Let's see if that affects. I'm gonna find it again. That is.
All right. Yeah, that's a hit.
36 plus 3.
16 points. Okay, so you do more damage to the door, and this time you've got a gouge in it that you could peek through if you wanted to put your eyeball up to it. You've managed to get through. It's about 8 inches thick. The iron bands are sort of holding it together, but it's an old door. You cannot see from that vantage. You can't, if you look through it, you can't see the bar. The bar is higher up.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Vondrum. They got a hole in the door.
Muted. Yeah.
I'm just gonna run up to the door and say, "Hey, try this axe." And his eyes are gonna get all big. But I can't get up there and do it at the same time. But you guys can take it from my hands if one of you wants to.
Okay. Erendar's up next, so I mean,
I'm going to stick with my falcata because I'm going in as soon as it's done. And I want to have my shield. The great axe, I have to put my shield down to use that.
But it's so cool. Come on.
I want to have. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure whoever's in there, they're all going to be ready to shoot or whatever at me as soon as I walk in the door. So I want to be as defensed up as possible when I first go in there. So I want my shield.
Come on, man. Don't be a baby.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, Vondrum comes running up, hands an axe, says, "Hey, use this. It's great on wood." And everybody just sort of like is like, "No, I'm going to use other things."
No.
Thanks. It's a great looking axe, but we're a pass.
Arendar would say, I'm going to need my shield once I break through this. So
Okay. All right. Poe, do you take the axe or no?
No, I'm gonna stick with my giant sticker.
So a sad day of rejection for Vondrum. He was just trying to help and was callously rejected by his teammates. Arendar, it's your turn. You are not using an axe.
no, I'm not. Although the falcata is a mix of a hand axe and a sword. So
You've sort of rejected it all.
do I think this door's getting fairly close, or I think we still got
It's starting to splinter a little bit. The problem you think is that it's not once you get broken through it, you're more likely, because of the bar on it, the bands, you're more likely to be able to punch a hole through it than you are to just completely destroy it.
Right.
Because it's sort of being held together. Plus, there's a bar on the other side, which you can't see yet, and that's holding it in place as well.
But for right now, I'm just going to try and make that hole bigger.
Okay, go for it. All right, 12 slash, 18 points of damage. That hole now, yeah, you cut a big slice of it out. And certainly Lorelei could go in there and engage these guys.
That's usually what we do.
Yeah. The bigger guys among you might have some squeeze issues, but it's possible that you could get in there.
So someone could reach that hole then and reach up and grab the bar and just flip it out of the way.
Theoretically, yeah.
Because we still can't see the bar from where we're at.
No, the hole is sort of in the middle. You're guessing the bar is up towards the top.
Okay. I'm done. So.
Okay. Wraith, you see that your brother has cut a hole big enough that you could probably get through into the thing. Give me a perception check. 29 perception. All right. Yeah, you could see through that hole from your position there. It's a little rocky because there's so many people in the way. And Vondrum getting her, what you thought was a very nice gesture, rudely rejected. But you could see through the hole, and yeah, what you see, what looks to be a couple of beds cots turned on their sides, and guys, at least 2, maybe 3 guys kneeling behind them with longbows preparing to fire. And your guess is that they're going to fire right at Arendar because he's visible to them through the hole in the door.
And you're muted.
Sorry about
No,
that.
I'm sorry. I thought I
are
saw
the people
talking.
Are the people visible to me?
Yes, but they're definitely behind those cots. That would be a hell of a shot. Possible, but man, you're talking pretty much full cover.
Well, if I can see them, they don't have full cover.
Well, you could sort of see, yeah, portions of their heads, and there are the tips of their longbows.
So that
So yeah, it's not. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see them, but yeah, they've basically set up, dumped over the furniture in the room, and they're now behind it.
Right. So I'm going to try and lay down cover fire.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot at them.
Okay.
Which will hopefully cause them to dive or move further behind the cover that they have. Duck.
Okay.
Push back behind, so that they won't be as prepared to fire at Arendar.
Okay.
So
let me see what modifier is going to. Well, does your bow ignore cover?
No.
Okay. So the fact that they have at least partial cover
Right.
is going to be a thing here.
Yeah.
There's probably, yeah. I would say they've got partial cover twice, because I can't imagine that hole in the door is all that big yet. So you're threading the needle there, and then you're also getting them behind something. But it's going to work the same way coming the other way.
Yeah.
So
like
okay,
I said,
so
this is the intent to this.
Yeah.
If I hit, fantastic. I probably won't, but the intent is to lay down cover fire.
Right. Exactly.
I'm gonna send 2 arrows to the door in
Okay,
an attempt to get them to basically off their game.
gotcha. You're gonna just show them that they're not the only ones who know how to shoot arrows.
Right.
Got it. Okay, +3, so +3. All right, so their ACs. Ooh, okay, so their ACs have gone up. Gotcha. All right. 29 perception. So the 14 to hit, bang! You hear it slam into one of those upended cots.
Right.
The Arendar, you feel an arrow go kind of like scooching through your legs.
I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, it's okay. And then the 17 is also going to miss. That one slams into the upended thing as well. So no hits.
Right. But they should have recognized that arrows slammed into what they're hiding behind
Oh, they definitely. You're guessing that they definitely have.
and pull further behind it. So that like I said, cover fire. The idea is they're not going to be sticking their heads out trying to take a bead on Arendar. If they're worried, if they're worried
as
about
opposed to
if they're worried about incoming.
Well, so to your eyes, they're still pointing their weapons at Arendar. They have not ducked behind anything. It's just a couple of arrows came through. They did stick there, and you could tell that they did see them. But they're still prepared to fire.
Okay. Then as last for the free action of my turn, I'm gonna tell Arendar that there are bowmen there that are ready to fire at you.
What's the range on them? How far away are they?
Oh shit, 25 feet.
Okay.
Okay, Vondrum, give me a quick perception check as well, if you would.
Sorry, I hit it twice. First one, 7. Not so much.
All right, you can see, behind Arendar, you saw that arrow come whipping too, and you're just like, man, he is getting a little wild with those arrows. But you can also see, if you peer down, you can also see that there's guys behind there. Poe, you could probably see through there if you duck down real quick. You can see another group behind a large round table and some chairs. They don't have as much cover as the guys with the cots, but they basically sort of popped over their furniture and are waiting for you guys to come in.
They all have arrows that I can see?
They all have bows. Yeah, bows and arrows. All right. They are going to fire. Wait a second. Concentrated archery. Oh, geez Louise. That's wrong. That can't be right. Oh, it's 20. Yeah, we don't have 20. Okay. All right. So they're going to fire en masse at Arendar. Well, those 3 are going to fire at Arendar. So let's just.
They have all their crossbows out here in the hall with their shields.
They have longbows now. So Vondrum, your guess is that those shields and crossbows are there in case somebody alerts them to the fact that they're coming down the shaft. Right. So that might have been what was embedded in the wall at the top of the shaft. If you guys had broken those wires, it might have released that cylinder to fall down the shaft. It might not have been a fire trap because it was in the water, but it would have passed through, gravity would have passed it through if it was heavy enough. And then it might have alerted them like sort of an early warning system that someone unauthorized was coming down the shaft.
That doesn't make sense.
Had that happened, you might have had a very different reception waiting for you when you reach the bottom. Guys with tower shields, with full cover and heavy crossbows, and people to help reload them on the other side of a narrow bridge, which they could charge across and bull rush people off of while shooting at them. So that would have been a very different and very ugly sort of situation.
Yeah.
That was a good roll.
That was a good roll. All right, so 3 arrows. coming through the thing. All right, so you do get +2 because that hole's not easy to shoot through. So you get +2 on your AC. Does the 27 hit? I'm thinking the 16 won't, but does the 27 hit you?
27 does hit.
It does hit. Here we go. All right, you get one right in the leg. Really smart. Makes you even tireder. Ooh, shit. 11 points of damage from a longbow arrow. You look down sort of incredulously and like, somebody shot me. But you do see that these are the standard black-fletched arrows of the Sargavan army. You've seen these arrows before.
Yep.
All right. What do they do? Can they even? Well, I got to do a perception check for these guys. Hold on a second to see if they can see Poe out there. What's their perception? Well, it's not great, but we'll see. They probably are going to wait longer, but yeah, they probably see, but they're going to hold their fire and go on op. Somebody comes in, they're going to fire. Poe, you're up. You can see those guys too behind that table. You can hear one of them saying, "Steady, man. Make your arrows count. We don't know who these guys are. Probably some sequin devils."
Okay, I'm going to whisper to Lorelei to use her color spray when she can.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bash the door again.
All right. Go for it. All right, 18 points. That a fair amount of pieces of that door come falling out. You've crushed it pretty hard. It's probably not. I mean, if you just were seeing it, you probably wouldn't consider it to be a door anymore. One of the bands is sagging down quite a bit. You can see the bar on the other side, which is just sort of a piece of wood that's stuck in there. You can easily see it. The hole in the door is easily pass throughable by even the stoutest of your comrades.
Okay. I'm gonna
you have to crawl through. Well, Lorelei can fly through, but
she's gonna stealth and try to fly through there and get to the other side.
All right, I gotta give a perception check. I'm gonna do a quick perception to see if those guys can spot her. So group 1, nope. And well, if she's doing a stealth check, they only have +1 on the perception, so they cannot see her. So she flies in. Oh, did I just do that? Yeah, I did that.
The fly is 60, so she is.
Can you open that door since we can see on the other side now?
Yeah, sure. Well, God damn it! I'm always got the wrong tool going on here. All right, there you go. And then this, hold please. This one is not as big. It sort of protects them to a certain extent there. All right, so Lorelei just flies in there.
Yeah, she's got a cone. So
okay, how is she's going to do color spray? So how big is that cone?
30.
Color spray is a 15-foot cone, I thought.
Is it?
You can basically shoot through the wall and get to there. It is 15-foot range.
Oh, damn it. All right, hold on. 15-foot conage. All right, let's get that in there.
Let's see.
She has to fly in closer, and she's not going to be able to get both groups. So there's the cone. She's flying here.
She would do pose then, yeah. If she can only, and she would know that. So
all right, so she's going to blast these guys like that.
Yeah. Right.
Ow. All right, so let's take a look at color spray. I know it's good for hitting your own teammates.
Yeah. It's superb for that because they don't even expect it.
They never expect it. 15-phase cone shape burst, vivid cone, 2 hit dice or less, 3 or 4 hit dice, blinded and stunned. It is a will save negates. Okay, spell resistance not applicable here. All right, these creatures have 3 or 4 hit dice. So failed save means they are blinded and stunned for 1d4 rounds, then stunned for a round. All right, so
It's only an 11 save.
it's an 11 save. All right, so it's a will save. So let me see
These are
what
warriors.
these are
Fighters.
warriors.
We're not known for our will save.
All right, will save is yeah, no, they're not known for their will saves. These particular fighters have a will save bonus of +0. So
Like I said, it's not our strong point.
okay, so and does cover would cover give them a +2 because 2 of them are sort of standing partially behind the thing. I guess not.
It's a spell.
Their eyes are still there. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go from north to south. So the north guy made it. Middle guy, nope. Next guy, did you say DC 10 or DC 11?
11.
11.
Shit.
Nope.
There it is. All right, so the 2 guys on the
two
ends, not behind the thing, make it. These guys are now blind and stunned for 1d4 rounds and then stunned for an additional round. So let's go ahead and mark them as blinded guys. And then roll me a d4 so we know how long these guys are going to be out of commission. 2 rounds blind and then a 3rd round of stunned. There you hear the clatter of bows and arrows dropping from their hands, and they step backward, clutching their eyes, saying, "Ow, something shot me." That would certainly break stealth. These other 2 guys are on up fire, and they are going to use that to shoot at Lorelei. They're going to shoot their arrows at Lorelei. So these guys are now at 4.9.
That's gonna be a hard target. What is her?
She's small, so she gets a bonus to her armor class.
Oh, it's not that
Probably it's already factored in, right? Her size bonus
Yeah.
to armor class is
Yep.
already factored in. All right,
Yep.
so these guys are going to fire, and they fire how many arrows each?
37.
Well, they can. All right, so they can do rapid shot, which
Yeah,
is what they
minus
would
two.
do.
-2 penalty, and then yeah.
Yeah, they're going to shred. Yeah, so they're going to both do rapid shot. Oops, going the wrong way there at a -2 penalty. All right, the first guy, 20 hitter.
19 is what her AC is. So
Ooh, all right, second guy, 15. He misses, but 2 arrows hit her with rapid shot. So that is, ooh, she's not going to like this.
You got to roll for both of them.
I don't want to though.
You could do better.
What do you mean roll for both of them?
Yeah, you roll for each shot. It's not multi shot is when you do roll once, and that affects.
Oh, okay.
2 separate.
So this is 2
that.
shots. All right, so I have 2 more shots, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so only
Okay,
one
so
hitter, but you've
1
got
hit
2
so
more.
far. 2 hits.
So same
For
thing.
a total of 23 points of damage. How is Lorelei feeling now that she has been skewered by a couple of Sargavan arrows?
not too good. Still up. Took one
Okay,
for the team,
all right.
though.
All right, she definitely took one for the team. All right, so that's Lorelei. What about you?
I think I did something. What did I do? Oh, I bashed in the door.
Oh, you hit
again.
the door. Okay, so
You
that
can't
is
open the door.
your turn. And then at the bottom of the order, Vondram.
So Vondram is going to cast Mad Monkey Swarm.
Okay, let me
Looking for
see.
But I'm not quite sure how many monkeys makes up a swarm. Like I'm not seeing
Oh, it's a fair amount.
you summon a swarm, but it doesn't tell you how many. They obey commands. But what I want to do that with them is disarm. I want them to go after all the arrows and break them.
Okay.
So as a free action, how's this go? Let's see. They can attempt 1 disarm each turn as a free action against any
All right.
creature.
That is with them acting as a swarm. So how big is the swarm?
I have no idea. There's nothing in here. Just like effect swarm of monkeys. Here, let me open that.
I'm working on it. Hold on, I got it here. Mad monkeys. Holy crap. You guys are going to be like, where the hell did these monkeys come from? All right, mad monkeys. You summon a swarm of screeching, mischievous monkeys. The swarm understands and obeys your commands and has the statistics of a monkey swarm. Okay, let's check out a monkey swarm. Primate monkey swarm. Screeches and bestial calls. Tiny swarm. The swarm is how big?
300 non-flying creatures.
It cannot possibly be 300 monkeys.
That's going to be.
So it's
I
less
love
than
how they
You said
also.
There's
tiny,
no
right?
way. They're tiny, yeah. So
The creatures failing.
so
a
the
save-
space they are a 10-foot
10 foot
swarm.
square. 10 foot square.
Yeah,
is used,
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put a 10-foot square in here until I get some monkeys for us next time.
Now this isn't summoning. This is just a spell. Does that mean it has
right.
to?
Yep. Same thing.
Oh,
The
okay.
spell summons basically a.
A swarm of
Yeah.
monkeys. Apparently 300 monkeys.
Did you see that?
And they are a coordinate. They have coordinated swarm, which means they can deal swarm damage one step higher than a swarm of its HD. So their damage is 2d6 plus distraction, which is distraction. A creature with this ability can nauseate the creatures that it damages. Any living creature that takes damage from a monkey swarm with a distraction ability is nauseated for 1 round. Fortitude save negates.
It also says deafened for 1 minute as well as nauseated on the.
Okay, great. This is good as steak. All right, so where are you sending those monkeys?
You hit the guys to the south.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit all shit. I just closed Zoom. Yes, I'm gonna hit all. I closed roll 20. If you'll have to put that on that square where the other 4 or 3 archers are.
Yep, the swarm materializes and descends on these things. The screeching, suddenly there is a cacophony in that room as monkeys begin, tiny monkeys the size of lemurs, shitloads of them, sort of fall from the sky and begin jumping around and attacking these guys.
So your brave frontline fighter who never shuns combat at all just paused for a second whenever he started to go in that room. It's like, you do the spell, but this is the first time you've done the spell, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, Arendar's like, holy crap, I don't know what I'm getting into.
They've got monkeys.
That's okay. They're on your side. It's just for fun. Balance the playing field, you know.
All right. So a couple of things. So creatures failing the saving throw. Okay, so this is the attack. So they get an attack, which I believe
Usually if they're just
it's automatic damage. So they land on these guys and begin screeching and biting and tearing at them. So they do.
Is the disarm then a separate?
It's a separate thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So so the damage from a primate monkey swarm is 2d6 plus distraction, which I have a save against. But the damage is automatic because it's a swarm damage. So roll 2d6. Each of these guys takes 2d6 of monkey bite damage.
Nice.
Dang.
All right, 10 points. That is a lot. These monkeys are biting the shit out of these guys. All right, so let me take that.
That's cool stuff. Never seen that one.
When they woke up this morning, this is not how they envisioned their day going.
They did not envision it this way. The other guys are shitting themselves, and the blind guys are going, "What the hell is that?" So they're wondering why now there's a monkey sound in their thing.
That's got to be terrifying. You go blind, and then all of a sudden you hear a bunch of mad monkeys.
You hear a bunch of monkeys. All right, so now you get so they've all been hit. So they have to make a distraction save. So this is a DC. I believe it's a will save.
Mad monkeys.
Hold on, let me check it again.
I'm looking. Saving throw, none. Spell resistance, no.
It is it's a fortitude save. Okay, so that's a little better. And the DC is 10 plus the creature, half the creature's hit dice plus the creature's con modifier. So their con modifier, I don't know that they even have a con modifier. They're swarm.
Their con is 17, so con modifier is 3.
All right, so that's 3. So 10 plus 3 plus their hit dice is 3 hit dice. So half of that is 1. So the DC is 14 on this.
Fortitude save, yeah.
DC 14 fortitude save. Holy shit. All right, so their fortitude saves are pretty good. Oh, they're plus
Yeah.
8, so that's good. That's good for me. So, but it's not an auto, so we could see some problems here. And this is for distraction, right? Which makes them nauseated for a round, if I remember correctly.
Nauseated and deafened.
And deafened. Okay, so all right, so go again north to south. North. 17 made it.
Yep.
27 made it.
Ooh, oh.
Natural 20 made it. So they are not nauseated or distracted and not deafened. So they can hear, but they're being bitten by monkeys.
Now we go to the disarm, right? Now we go to the
now you get a 1 free steal. Now it's only against 1 target because it's the swarm itself gets a disarm attack. It's not every monkey.
Yeah.
I see.
Actually, Les, it's all of them. It says against any creature that begins its turn in the swarm, they get a free action to disarm. It's in the spell.
Right. The monkeys attempt 1 disarm or steal combat maneuver each turn as a free action against any creature that begins in there, using your caster level as the ability score bonus.
But they're not saying any one creature. They're just saying.
Yeah, no, they're acting as a unit. So it's just 1 attempt.
Okay.
Oh, wait, against any creature that begins in the tournament in the swarm. I see what you're saying. And that is true. So they will get, they get that, they get a chance to steal it from all of them. They get a free.
Have you seen all those videos of monkeys? Those things are freaking thieves.
Disarm or steal. Hold on, I gotta figure out what their CMB is.
Enter the Jumanji movie.
All right. Okay, I know what their CMB is.
So my casting level would be 3rd level because I can cast 3rd level spells.
No, your casting level is your equivalent. You're a primary caster, right? You're not a multi-class or
Right.
anything.
I don't know. I don't think I'm.
You're a 5th level caster, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 5th level evoker, but I can only cast 3rd level. Does that matter?
Right.
Okay.
You're a 5th level caster, even though you can only cast 3rd level spells.
Okay. And my intelligence for I don't know what that I think my intelligence. I've got a +4 intelligence score bonus.
That would be your caster bonus. So you would basically add 4 to the monkey's CMD, which is, well, it's a swarm, so it doesn't have a CMD. So it would be your CMD, and you would add an additional 4 to it.
My CMD?
CMB, I'm sorry.
My CMB is +5.
All right, so now it's +9. So you roll a D20 +9
So
against their.
How do I use the cast? It says using your caster level plus your casting ability score bonus. So wouldn't it be?
Oh, it would be your intelligence bonus, but you wouldn't. Yeah.
+5 +4 plus my CMB of 5. So
no, you would lose the regular 5, the regular CMB, because this isn't a combat maneuver in your case.
Oh, so I'm just doing 5 +4, still +9.
Yep.
Okay, so I just want to roll D20 plus. Okay. Got it.
Okay. We going north to south?
Sure.
Okay. So that is a miss. It did not get 1. So he's still got his bow in his hand. That is closer. Monkey is grabbing the bow, but the guy's still got it in his hand. Very close, though. That one's gone. So this guy has his weapon taken away by monkeys.
All right. Well, that ought to keep him a little bit distracted for a minute.
Yep. Do we even have a monkey here?
I'm going to poke polearm in the back and go, that's cool, isn't it?
All right. So he's disarmed. This other one's got there, and these gonna, plus they're taking damage. All right. So anything else you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have a monkey swarm in the room. So that is the end of round 3. We go into round 4, but we are past 11, so we'll stop here and we will start with Arendar in round 4 on the 5th Sunday of this month, which is the 30th, I believe.
Cool.
When we will
Nicely
return
done,
here.
Trevor.
Hopefully, yeah, well done with the monkey thing here. So have you ever heard of Steve's invention, the monkey cannon? So basically, it's a 3-spell operation. He uses Move Earth to dig a tunnel at an angle in the ground. So it's like it's an angled tunnel. So the
Like a
tunnel is sort
cannon.
of like a cannon, but facing his enemies. He then casts on the next round, he casts mad monkeys in the bottom of the tunnel. Then the next round, he casts fireball in the tunnel.
And shoots
So then-
all the mad monkeys
Which
out.
You
lights-
got the flaming.
With flaming
Yeah.
angry monkeys, which are now shooting through the air because of the concussive aspect of the fireball. Now, obviously, the rules would probably preclude such a thing, but it's
They-
such a
they
cool
do.
idea that whenever he does it, I let him do it. That is the flaming monkey cannon. All right, so we'll stop there, and we'll see you guys in, is it 2 weeks? 3 weeks. 3 weeks from tonight.
3 weeks.
Sound good?
And next week we're off, right?
Next week we're off, so yeah, I have to fly. I'm going to London on business.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm practicing my posh accents, and I'll see you all at the pub when I get there. I'm gonna that Cockney accent that you guys make fun of when I use it in the game.
Yeah.
I'm whipping that shit out like a big dog when I get there. So we'll see.
That's not posh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
We'll-
probably not a good move.
We'll see who fits in, won't we?
That's just for our entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
As your
It's either gonna
friends.
go over really good or really bad.
Oh yeah.
It'll
No,
be
it's
a-
I didn't expect it just came up, and I didn't expect to have to go there, but there's a project I need to finish on the hurry because the situation has changed. And so the guys I'm working with are in the UK. And so my boss was like, why don't you just come over here for a week, finish the project, and then we'll be done with it. And I won't have to harass you about this thing anymore. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I'm flying Sunday afternoon to Detroit, and then from thence to Heathrow. So I'm flying back Monday afternoon.
Safe travels.
Thank
So
you.
one of the guys on my team is over in London. So
No,
if
I mean,
it's rain while it's over there, you can look cool and tell them it's pissing it down.
Pissing it down. Okay.
That's the term for raining really hard.
And that
He said that to me, and I'm like, "What the frick are you talking about, dude?" Like, piss means
you
something
also say
completely
you're really
different over
chuffed
there.
about it.
I'm
Yeah.
chuffed about the rain because it's pissing down.
That's
Pissing
right.
it down.
Pissing it down, yes.
Awesome. But yeah, so I will. So no
Yeah.
Traveler this month. I apologize. I was kind of looking forward to it because I had a feeling that this was going to be the Traveler episode where you guys finally might break free. But we have to skip this week because I didn't realize I didn't expect to have to be traveling, and I'm going to New York the week after for a couple of days. So all of a sudden, I don't travel for 3 years now. I got to go all over the place. Freaking COVID. Where's COVID when you need it?
Well, enjoy the food. No.
Yeah.
They're already talking about hitting the pubs, so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good. So it'll be a good time. But like I tell people, it's not. It seems interesting to travel, but most of you have traveled for business, and you understand that a conference room in London looks exactly like a conference room in New York, which looks exactly like a conference room in St. Louis. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to be, going to Stonehenge and checking out the Tower of London. I have to finish this project, so I'm going to be up to my ears.
All right. We'll see you guys in
Knock it
2
out.
weeks.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye,
so
guys.
Oh, and purple I got.
And I cannot get this to stop. Everything is broken. That's just great. There we go.
Interested in how this turn.
Every